know in this competition just how crucial early wins are. A very good afternoon and welcome to the Telstra Dome in Melbourne on this Easter Monday for the Kangaroos and the Magpies and Stephen Silvani. Very hard teams to split, these two.
Well, in recent history, if we look back to last year, only a kick separated the two sides. But the guys were in super form last week against the Hawks. And you look at their strength, you'd have to look at their forward line. They've got a couple of smaller type players in Didak and Leon Davis, who are goal kickers. But add those three tours, Tarrant, Fraser and Rocker, 8 goals last week. It is a potent forward line.
Well, a very political statement by the cheer squad there. Black and white on one side, the stripes are there to stay. Let's hope we can tell the two teams apart this afternoon, because I know the Kangaroos, when we see them in a moment, are going to be wearing their traditional stripes as well.
Well, I can assure everyone it's not black and white footy, so we should be able to tell the two teams apart. But
what about the Roos?
Well, look, they've got a history of bouncing back after poor performances. They were thumped last week against the Cats, and I'm sure Dean Lately will have this team fired up. They've got a midfield that is a goal-kicking midfield. The likes of Simpson, Wells, Harvey, they all can kick goals.
In fact, just on that point, last year they got beaten by Geelong by 85 points. They came back the week after and beat Brisbane at the Gabba, so we expect something similar. We might go upstairs because there are a couple of changes in the lineup, and Michael Christian can tell us all about them. Chriso, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Hutto. Yes, a couple of changes for the Kangaroos, a couple of key changes. Watt and Sinclair are out of the side. Severia Rocker and Troy Makepeace come in, and for the Magpies, Prestigiacomo out and Nick Maxwell in. Let's start by looking at the Kangaroo forward line. Severia Rocker, as I said, will take his place on the field at the start at full forward, such a key player in this Kangaroo outfit. Nathan Buckley, very effective across halfback last week against the Hawks, and Nathan Thompson, he'll be looking to play a big game. 52 goals last year for the Kangaroos, just one in the opening couple of games this year, so he'll be looking for a big one this afternoon, no doubt, for the Kangaroos. Well, let's look at the midfield. Wells and Holland, that should be an intriguing battle. And as we get through further the midfield, Brent Harvey, last year's best and fairest winner for the Kangaroos, and Ben Johnson, the likely matchup there. Ben Johnson leads the AFL in kicks so far in season 2006. The ruck duel also be an intriguing one. Hale versus Fraser, and of course both ruckmen will receive support, Perry and Richards. Let's take a look at the Collingwood forward line. Anthony Rocker, wonderful week last week for the Magpies. 8 goals straight, a fantastic effort. Blake Carousel also will play on that Collingwood forward line, you would think. Tarrant and cloak some height across the half forward line for the Magpies, and they'll be really hard to stop, particularly with the absence of Shannon Watt for the Kangaroos this afternoon. The benches for the respective sides: Richard, Shaw, Thomas and Davis, Trotter, Harding, Thurley and Hamish McIntosh on the bench for the Kangaroos in what promises to be a tight, tough and intriguing affair this afternoon. And one player, I'm sure he wishes he's out there this afternoon, Corey McKernan. What a career he had for the Kangaroos. 196 games for the Roos, 237 in total, 310 goals. Of course, best and fairest with the Blues, and All-Australian back in 1996. Back to you, Hutto.
Thank you, Michael. And there you can see the Kangaroos, yes, wearing their traditional strip, coming out onto the ground. And I can tell you it is a very big crowd, and they are making plenty of noise. And a tribute on the banner to Les Foote, one of the champions of the Kangaroos, who passed away during the week. And you can see just what he achieved there. 134 games, 3 best and fairest of the Kangaroos, and a member of their team of the century. So the Kangaroos wearing black armbands this afternoon and paying tribute to one of the stars of the club. But there's a lot at stake today. These two sides have got a great recent history. You only have to go back to last year, 2 thrillers, which the Kangaroos won.
He tries to crash through the pack, he does. That's a flying change of goals, and that is a magnificent Glenn Archer goal.
Rocker sets himself. Tarrant comes hard and takes a spectacular mark.
Anthony Rocker's in a bit of trouble. Looks like an Achilles from here, doesn't it?
Oh, there was Grimmer, knocked the ground, Sandsbury, normally a defender on the forward line, but he's got one here. It's just over a minute to go. In he comes, and he's missed, and he understands the gravity of that. The Kangaroos remain undefeated.
Egan steals it and kicks a fantastic goal.
But much needed victories on the horizon.
Shannon Grant loads it up and kicks it out.
Wells, they're loose. Grant can go and tie up the goal.
Thompson. They need a score with 13 seconds left. It is going. Nathan Thompson gets the fist pumping and goes
right to take their revenge out on each other. Truth or lie?
You'd have to go a long way to find anything more delicious than a Red Rooster strip sub. So we went all the way to Thailand. Sweet chili and lime combos, just $6.95. Taste the world at Red Rooster.
A powerful 172 kilowatt V6, constant all-wheel drive, and available with 7 seats. The Toyota Kluger. All the power to all the wheels, all the time.
Hey boys, wish shaving could be a more stimulating experience? Your wish is granted. New Chic Quattro Energy.
AFL is back on 10 in 2006. Harvey Norman brings the stadium to your home. Get front row seats for today's big game on 10 with this incredible widescreen experience. Get yourself into the thrilling live atmosphere of Panasonic's widescreen plasma TVs and home theatre systems. Grab a winning deal today from Harvey Norman. AFL on 10. Seriously.
7 o'clock tonight.
Harry's back in the game, and he's the only one happy about it.
Well, it's obvious Julian doesn't want to train me.
It doesn't even matter.
You're just spewing because I'm going to win this. Watch. Just watch.
The biggest loser.
7 o'clock tonight.
He's built like a bean.
This kid's something special, Luke. There's not much on him, as you can see.
His hair needs a brush. And he's only played 2 games.
Isn't it great to see a young player attack the opposition?
But what a mark he's already made. Quick, cheeky, bold. There's a splash of Ronnie Weirmouth and a dash of Peter Dacos about Collingwood's latest cult figure, Dale Thomas. Early days they are, but it's already fun watching this kid strut his stuff.
Thomas!
What an exciting player he is and what a role he's got to play today. As you can see behind me, the roof open here at Telstra Dome today for the big game between Collingwood and the Kangaroos. Despite the amount of traffic that this ground's had to carry for the first 3 weeks, it remains in pretty good condition. So the track is firm and fast. All the money in the last couple of days, according to Gary Davies from TAB Sportsbet, has been for the Kangaroos. $2 in to $1.80. The changes that Chris O mentioned before, both viruses for the Collingwood players, and just a little nick in the groin for Simon Prestigiacomo. He was close to playing. They're all playing for this today. The Jason McCartney medal, the most courageous player in the match today, as adjudged by our esteemed commentators upstairs, will be awarded this award at the end of the game. Good luck, everybody. Back to you, boys.
Thanks very much, Andy. And the coin toss, Adam Simpson, the Kangaroos, and of course the Collingwood captain, Nathan Buckley. And we'll get the toss of the coin. Who's going to win it? Buckley will kick to the Northern or lock it in this opening quarter, and we expect him, Steve, to probably line up again at half-back as he did last week very effectively against the Hawks.
Well, he does set up so much play from the half-back. They'll try and release him too, maybe sometimes in the midfield. It'll be interesting to see whether he goes to Simpson and whether he goes head-to-head with him, because we know Simpson also plays behind the play.
So beautiful conditions for Easter Monday football, a fantastic crowd. And Anthony Rocca, in the best of form last week, will go head-to-head with Jonathan Hay. Farito, the man on Tarrant. There's Sav coming into the Kangaroo side this week for his first game for the year. Wakeland, his opponent.
And Clement has Nathan Thompson.
And this Easter Monday match from the Telstra Dome is go with Hale and Fraser. Hale the first touch and the second as well. Harris doing what he does best, and that is mining from the bottom. Archer, O'Bree's been prolific so far this year. Gets the first meaningful kick. Makepeace gets a reprieve this afternoon. And now you'll get the chance to have a proper possession. Using Big Hale through the middle. Trying to create for the Kangaroos. Harris. Plenty of time. Good body work down there. Everyone up, no one down but Clement. It's some help from O'Brien. Free kick. And it's coming back to the Kangaroos against Clement.
It's called dropping the ball. It's interesting, that decision.
And Kangaroos fans wanted 50.
Well, and they should have got it too. And Corey Jones
I think he's just corralled that ball around the boundary line.
Well, he wastes no time, Jones. Needs Rocker or Brown. He thought about playing on then too, Brown.
Well, he has. They've gone tall at the Kangaroos. They've gone tall up for the Kangaroos with Brown, Rocker and also Thompson. I watched Lloyd Brown at the first centre square bounce. Maxwell's got him. He came off the line and knocked over a couple of the Collingwood players. He's off to a very good start.
Well, it's a big height mismatch, isn't it? Now all he's got to do is convert. Terrific start for the Kangaroos.
Get up, move, 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 get up, move. Get up, move, 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 get up.
Toyota Hilux 4x2 action utility vehicle with a powerful 175 kilowatt 4-litre VVTi V6. You'll be counting down every second till the weekend.
Get up.
So a great start to the Kangaroos. They lead by a goal. Hale, well done by Swan, slapped it forward. Chance for Lucuria. Quick hit off the Buckley from outside 50. Long and offline. Just missing.
Just looking at another matchup. Brodie Holland has the big job on Daniel Wells. Wells starting on the wing.
Makepeace back in the team and straight back with the kicking in duties. Gets Archer, who of course got plenty of attention during the week, courtesy of Derek Humphrey-Smith, who said Archer was having trouble adapting to the new rules. Shannon Grant was prolific last week. Brown started well. Buckley back with his roll across half back again. Feeding for Lockyer. Now Tarrant. Ferrito, his opponent.
A long way off him there.
He's a good distance out here, so he'll be able to kick through the ball. In fact, doesn't have a shot. Rocket came. Gibson in front of Didak. That's an interesting matchup as well. Simpson, who started the season getting plenty of it. Back for Gibson. Simpson again. Where's he going to go? Nowhere is the answer. Didak. Rocker looking for someone on the left boot. No one better than Loney. Lucuria. Couple of Kangaroos surrounding him. So he couldn't get a good releasing handball. But he kept at it. Tarrant on his wrong side. Fast and furious stuff. O'Brien, Harris. All involved. Kangaroos have got numbers. And it's Wells with poise through centre half back. He's off.
Has a couple of bounces. Long towards half forward. Clement in the band here and he marks. Just edge Thompson underneath it.
Great body work by Clement.
Outstanding as he kicks out wide. Maxwell. Kick along the boundary line. It's okay. Swan sweeps the handball inside to Buckley. Needs to kick it quickly and does. Drills it low and hard. Ball to the back, chance for Rocker, wants support. Now Lucuria provides it. Left foot snap it's out on the full, I think. Yes. So the free kick to come back to Ferrito, but a fast and furious start.
Oh, it is, and just having a look at Nathan Buckley, he's picked up by Simpson. Simpson playing in the Kangaroos defensive half, Buckley falling back into the Collingwood defensive half.
Well, you've got to ask who's going to be more damaging, Sauce, really.
Well, they're both very effective players for both their sides. It'll be interesting to see who gets on top early and to see how the coaches react to it.
I'd be surprised if Buckley is allowed to run free for very long. Here he comes to try and spoil Simpson. Look at him go, Nathan Buckley in the forward line. And he misses a target for the second time in the match.
It'll be interesting because I know that the Kangaroos do like releasing Simpson behind the play. And just at the minute, Buckley getting a bit of the ball. Well done, great anticipation there and great ball control.
3 inside 50s already for Nathan Buckley in this match.
Simpson with 3 touches himself, though. Hale and Rocker. Hay. Ben Johnson was on his wrong side. Buckley's 5th possession of the quarter. And again, he's missed. So he's kicked all of Collingwood's score, which has been 2 behind so far.
And I think Simpson just has to go to Buckley at the minute. 5 possessions in less than 5 minutes of football. He just needs to get control of him.
Well, Simpson running off Buckley this time. Gathers, or does he? Yes, at half-back. Off a step, kick towards half-forward. Lockyer got to the front and did it pretty well. Fists it over the line, so a boundary throw-in on centre wing. Let's have a look at the Collingwood forward line. Rocker at full forward, Tarrant in the forward pocket, Didak there as well across half forward, Lucuria, Cloak, Carousella. So over the top, Hale gets it down. Well done by Swan. He's well tackled by Archer, held a long time in the tackle. Umpire lets it go. Tough stuff there from Harris. Well done. Rawlings now. Now a chance for the Kangaroos. Harvey's got space at half forward. He kicks short across the ground. Wakeland comes to meet it and cut the angle brilliantly. And they're away, the Magpies. Holland. Can they set something up here? Travis Cloak leads. Holland looks beyond him. Around Wells. Kicks it towards Rocco in the lead. And Anthony Rocco's got it. 35 metres from goal, angled 45 degrees.
Oh, it's good play by Holland. He had Travis Cloak on the lead. He managed to get around the effort of Wells trying to tackle, but that was a perfect pass. Rocker always difficult once he's in front, and a kick that he received there, very hard to spoil.
See the shot clock counting down as Anthony Rocker prepares to kick. Umpire will be happy as he starts his way in. Kicks 7 straight from set shots so far in season 2006. He's first behind. So Collingwood have done all the attacking in the last 2 or 3 minutes, but the net result 3 behinds.
You can see what's ahead for Makepeace. Archer. As Ferrito out this side, but Brown has made the space on the wing. Kicked the opening goal, looking for runners alongside. Doesn't have any, so go for Shannon Grant versus Lockyer. It wasn't a good kick. In fact, goes beyond to Jones. Grant was one of the heroes last year against the Magpies. Again, not great delivery. Rocker and Wakeland. Harris, perhaps tackle with and then without it. Claim for a deliberate. As we check the midfield matchups, Holland with the job on Wells, O'Brien and Archer, Simpson and Buckley, the one we've been talking about, Rawlings and Loney, Harris, Swan, and Hale and Fraser, the ruckman. Who'll do battle again now. Actually, 2 lots of ruckman here. Rocker, in fact, gets the tap down, which is all very well, but there's only Collingwood players in front of him. Ben Johnson says thank you, and goes for O'Brien, but Brown had second thoughts on that. Buckley and Simpson resume their little duel. Buckley takes the points again. Kangaroos keep it alive. Wells, Swan, all involved. Didak, slick start through the middle. Maxwell forced to kick on his left. Not a bad effort though in the space. Lucuria, Makepeace. Help comes from Maxwell. Cloak's down there. Rocker fell over, so he held it up. And this is O'Brien returning to his best forms since 2000 and 2001 this year. On the head of Rocker. Gibson in the front. Did he interfere? No, he didn't. Play on Harvey. Here's Gibson. He's alongside Didak. Now Shannon Grant's got to be good here. Oh, he had position, but he couldn't complete it. Johnson with the crumbs, and O'Brien will send him forward.
O'Brien space on centre wing. Nothing long for him, so he's got to hold it up here. Needs to kick it short, and does, and it's chopped off by Brown.
Well, just at the minute, they're a bit Rocker conscious. They've gone to him on 2 or 3 occasions where they've had Cloak and also Tarrant on a lead. They need to reward those leading players.
David Hale's got it at half-back, kicks back inside the corridor. Harvey, short's okay. Mark taken by Shannon Grant. On centre wing, Fraser from the side. Is that 50? No play on the court. Numbers at half-back with the Magpies. Holland just held up momentarily. Has to chip it dangerously towards Fraser. He's got the height, not the mark though. Grant was held without it. No free kick. Wells charges through. Coming in to meet it. Maxwell, well played. Now Holland. Hard up against the line at half-back. Takes plenty of time and brilliantly done by Wells, who was able to affect the smother, and will get a boundary throw-in on the city wing.
What do you make of the rhythm of the play so far, Steve?
It's a contest, and we didn't expect anything less than this. Both sides very committed. A lot of pressure out there.
Hale and Fraser continue. Hale doing both. Didn't really dispose of it properly, and therefore he's been penalised. Escaping Holland. Ferrito and Tarrant will come. Tarrant kept it moving, but it's all Kangaroos. Tough bounce for Archer. cloaks over it. The onus was on him to get rid of it, which he did. Ferrito. And now Harvey has got a wonderful record against the Magpies, averaging 21 possessions a game against them. His favourite club. And he breaks the lines again. Harvey to full forward. Good strong lead from Thompson. O'Brien. Again, almost to Buckley, not quite. Corey Jones and Brown eventually sorted it out. O'Brien, that was deft and clever. O'Brien likewise. Johnson finds the passageway through the middle of the ground. Straight to Chris Tarrant, who should arch the back and pull the marker free kick down. And now we'll see what his kicking's like.
Got a feeling he was paid the free kick, not the mark here, as Jones just, in fact, wasn't Jones, it was Perry coming in with eyes not for the football.
Well, I think he had to make the contest. Took his eyes off the ball, correct decision, but better vision by Johnson through the middle. Could have gone for a rocket. Saw the Tarrant went out wide. He had a bit of space, and the first time they're gone for another forward, the Magpies.
1 goal, 3 from set shots this year. Last week you saw his score assist there on the board. He handballed a couple off and he was well within range. Had the yips, they said. Well, he starts beautifully this afternoon. And the Maggies are in front.
Your eyes don't have to shut for your mind to be asleep. Zoning out is a common symptom of fatigue. Lose a few seconds on the road and the consequences could be deadly.
Dean Lady's made a change already. Rocker off, and the big man McIntosh has gone forward, number 1 for the Kangaroos.
Centre bounce down, Hale, little quick out towards half forward. Was there a push there? No, play on's the call. Chance for Harris. Something building here for the Kangaroos. A kick to a vacant goal square. Just took a leg break, but it needed to bounce straight for the Kangaroos. And one behind resulting. Maxwell with the quick kick in. Margin now 2 points in favour of Collingwood. 1-3 plays, 1-2. Kick is perfect from the Courier. Finds Buckley at half back. As Collingwood make a change. O'Brien off, Thomas on. So Nathan Buckley decides just to slow things down inside to Ben Johnson, who wants to play on and delivers wide. The mark taken by Carosella on the wing. 7
possessions for Buckley. There's Carosella, who was good last week with 30 touches.
And just at the minute, Lee Brown looks like he's got the role on Buckley, which is an interesting matchup.
Certainly is. Mercuria back to O'Brien on the bounce. Just getting a bit nervous, but he has time to recover. Back for Swan. Bit messy this for the Magpies. Clement had to be clean. Carosella. That's better. Better direction. Maxwell. World just caving in around him for a moment, but he kept a cool head. And now Lockyer. A little uncertain to start with. But all of a sudden, it starts to look very sure. He finds the middle.
Are you ready? Here now at Harvey Norman. Gaming, photos, music, movies. The complete experience with the new 5 Technology PC. Transforming your digital lifestyle. Movies. Millions of songs at your fingertips. All your photos a click away. All controlled by one simple remote. Keep up to date with the latest news, weather and sport from your sofa. All at broadband speeds. And Harvey Norman can show you how. Be first with the latest home entertainment revolution. And remember, we won't be beaten on price.
Nathan Buckley off the ground.
Wouldn't blow out a candle, Chriso.
And already chalked up 7 disposals. Magpies by 8 points. Kangaroos dominating the hit-outs. Their lead 6-0 now. Swan couldn't control it. Jones can. Hurries the kick towards half forward. Coming to meet at Wakeland. Controls it pretty well in the end. Throws it out in front of himself. Good pressure coming from Fairley, but Wakeland works it to the line. And we'll get a boundary throw in at half forward.
Sos, what do you think of McIntosh playing? He seems to be playing across centre half forward. He's a big man to be at that far up the ground, isn't he?
He is, and look, I thought they might have tried Nathan Thompson at across centre half forward, but Lee Brown did go to Buckley for a short while.
Rawlings Maxwell, third man up, affected the spoil. Perhaps he held too long in the tackle. No. Desperate stuff at ground level. Umpire eventually calls for it.
Just at the minute, the Collingwood key position backman just seemed to have the forwards, or the Kangaroos forwards, under control. Clement's been sensational in the first 15 minutes of this game on Nathan Thompson.
So Richards, McIntosh to the back. Swan kept the arms free. Well played. Wakeland, O'Brien releases Loney. A bounce long towards half forward. Travis Cloke's got to beat a couple here. They get numbers back. Can't quite control it. The boundary line will be a good result for Collingwood here. Perry fights with Travis Cloke.
And a free kick.
A free kick. Which way is it going? Straight to Collingwood.
Great effort to hold that in.
Yeah, Fraser's one out towards full forward. He kicks it long in the Fraser direction. Gibson in from the side. A terrific effort. Couldn't quite hold on. Didak wants to try and get it to Thomas, who stole it, then kicks it out on the full. He did the hard work there.
Chris, some concern for Collingwood here. Chris Tarrant's brought himself off the ground and straight up into the room. So I'll yet to know exactly what it is, but I'll find out and get back to it.
That was that free kick. Little short option was on for Corey Jones for a moment. And now he's got Harding. He's had a pretty good start to the season so far, Lee Harding. Kicked 5 goals. Finds himself in defensive 50 here. Glenn Archer having a rest. Casey Green up on the wing was going to be one target, but Harding taking on Thomas. Low percentage option he took, and Richards getting in front of McIntosh. So Collingwood playing well. They've kicked the last couple of goals, lead by 8, and they're all helping out, as witnessed here by Rocker getting back to half-back and getting the switch on. What a boot he's got to get the switch. Clement takes it from Maxwell, and now to half-forward. And they can go. This is Shaw. Well documented, 2 games he played last week. I'm not sure he got caught in either of them, but he has to start with this afternoon.
Well, there was just a misunderstanding between Shaw and Didak there. Didak, should he come in for the Shepherd? Probably on that occasion.
Hard to believe Makepeace left out of the Kangaroos team for the first couple of weeks. Hay, and now Perry to Harding again, so we're back where we were a few moments ago.
Inside defensive 50 for the Kangaroos, just chips it short for Ito. Effective stalling of the play there by Brodie Holland.
And 50.
No, it wasn't. He got penalised. No. He went over the mark according to the umpire. And they're just so critical, 50-metre penalties in today's football. And as Daniel Wells looks as though he's coming from the ground. Now, I don't think there wasn't the 50 paid for that, but you'll see Holland get up. He just... No, well, I'm not quite sure, because initially it wasn't paid, but it has paid dividends for the Kangaroos, because Shannon Grant has marked inside attacking 50.
It was the second action with the feet, I think, that was what penalised him.
Okay. Now, as we look at the Ferrito kick again, wonderful kick out in front of Grant, and he'll kick from 50 to narrow this margin. Look at that stat, 15 contested possessions last week against the Cats. Normally a wonderful kick for goal from right on 50. Drop punt is penetrating and hits the post. So bad luck there for the Kangaroos. The margin 7 points.
And they'll be disappointed, the Kangaroos, because that would have been a goal against the trend of play. So it would have been a very handy one. Clement into the back pocket. Loney enjoying his best season for quite a while. Through the middle using Richards. Good fluent movement by the Magpies. Johnson and now Fraser. Had the edge there on Perry all the way. Rocker coming out of the square. Fraser likes his chances. Likes Nathan Buckley too, but Hay. There's a free kick to Buckley. Is there in the goal square? Or is it Rocker? Hay came over the top.
He read it well, Hay.
Looks like the umpire's not playing jumper. He's played that against Makepeace.
My goodness. That is a terrible decision. I just think you've got to allow players to compete.
Buckley's 8th possession of the first quarter. Here's Collingwood's 3rd goal.
A hard-earned thirst needs a big cold beer, often followed by another cold beer. Then, much later in the evening, a kebab. Yes, it's amazing how a kebab always seems to magically appear somewhere between see you later and honey, I'm home. And if she doesn't kill you the next day, a garlic sauce will. But we love a late night lamb sandwich just like we love a big cold beer. And the best cold beer is Vic.
Well, let's take another look at the free kick paid to Nathan Buckley. That was the mark from Jonathan Hay. But just beside that mark was the infringement to Nathan Buckley. So back in the centre, Richards decisively. Simpson goes back to Makepeace. Gives it over, chance for Trotter, who drives it inside attacking 50. Oh, good effort from Clement. He was hit hard and he's down. And Maxwell dropped the ball and he's been penalised. I mean, Clement copped a heavy hit there. No free kick for that, but
copped him high.
Let's have a look at this. No, just the force from Severio Rocker, but the free kick's coming to that player, or was Nathan Thompson with the free kick? Just kicked the one goal this season, 52 as you saw last season, led the goal kicking for the Kangaroos. And this will be very handy from right on 50. Nathan Thompson. Gee, it's a terrible kick. He won't be too happy with that. And the Curia gets back to mark in the back pocket for the Magpies.
Do they look top heavy at the moment up forward, the Kangaroos?
Well, you'd have to say yes, because they're not having an influence any of their taller players up forward. Rocket, Thompson and McIntosh have gone up there. Well, they haven't touched it.
Leon Davis into the middle. Gibson, oh, he had to take it because he lost his footing. Didak was ready to go. Archer cleaning up. Some help from Rawlings through the middle. They reload. Makepeace. Can he hit a leading target? He can. It's Shannon Grant. And we saw how close he came before. In fact, that was a big turnaround in the quarter. Grant hitting the post. The ball rushed down the other end. Buckley kicked the goal. Hence the margin at the moment.
This will only be their fourth disposal inside their forward 50, the Kangaroos, so they are struggling to find those targets in their forward line.
Grant doesn't make wonderful contact distance-wise, but it was dead on line all the way. Much needed.
At the new time. At the new time.
At the new time, 8:30 tonight. Join these brothers on a highway to hell. They've been in hot water before, but never as hot as this.
Is he sleeping with the enemy? New time.
Brand new episode.
Get on board for the thrill ride. Supernatural, 8:30 tonight on 10.
Collingwood coach Mick Malthouse. Alongside him, Bradley Gotch. Kangaroos leading the centre clearances 3-2. Oh, up high, Richards, but he got a hand on it. Shark by Grant, well tackled by Buckley. Archer tries to crash through. Davis, oh, ineffective handball. Lucky not to be penalised. Lucuria dribbles it forward. Fraser, Perry. Harvey tries to soccer off the ground. Well done, Leon Davis. Gets another kick, this time inside attacking 50. Rocker comes to meet it. Can't control it. Chance for Burrito is well tackled. Numbers with the Kangaroos, Perry. And they get it out to Green. And now Brent Harvey in space at halfback, uses Rawlings. Number of players running in unison there for the Kangaroos. Long towards half forward. Maxwell, third man up. Boy, couldn't stop the strong mark that time from Jones. Kangaroos have played pretty well in the last 3 or 4 minutes. Corey Jones too far out to score. Kicks it towards the top of the goal square. O'Brien going back. Lucuria and Thurley almost, and Johnson concedes. So doing all the attacking at the moment, the Kangaroos, the margin back to 6 points in favour of the Magpies.
Yeah, just a bit of a switch in momentum for the last couple of minutes. Clement to halfback. Shaw doesn't see much when he looks up, but Kangaroo jumpers. Let's hope he can tell the difference. Must be told to play on. He is now. Tries to hit Lucuria. Lucuria misjudged that. Lockyer, Buckley there in fantastic position. Harding tried to bring him to ground. Caracella Good spoil from Casey Green. And they can go again from half-back. Harvey over the top. This is Trotter. And boys, he got some space. To Corey Jones, who looks about the most potent forward at the moment.
Got Lee Brown free.
Over the top, he can go short and then to Harding. O'Brien to spoil. He spoiled, and the umpire said the spoil was okay. Play on, still. Everyone waited. Everyone thought it was a free kick.
O'Brien was terrific to make the ground up.
Gee, sure, he's close to the boundary line. In fact, he's over. He went over the boundary line. He was just so casual about it then. Let's have a look.
I think it's coming back, Hutto, to where the infringement...
Oh, so the non-controlling umpire has paid the free kick, has he?
No, the boundary throw-in's coming back to where O'Brien hit it over the line. So a boundary throw-in in the Kangaroo forward pocket. So 2.5 minutes left in the quarter. Richards, Simpson almost drove it pretty well. The Kangaroos in a chance here. Wells. Maxwell did pretty well underground handball. He bounced it cleverly to Wakeland. And now a chance for the Magpies to stem the tide. The kick from Wakeland is perfect. Good mark taken by Caracella. Wants to get on with it quickly. That's a clever little kick into the path of Lucuria. Is it staying in? Yes. Needs to get it on pretty quickly. Took too long as Rawlings came in just to bump him off the footy. Ferrito. Hay. Concedes ground back to Archer, who delivers well to Jones. The overlap, Rawlings. Hale. Now Harvey. Do it pretty well, the Kangaroos. Building from half-back. A little chip is okay. Mark taken by Brown.
Through the middle. This is where it opens up. If can sit for Trotter. His wingman is ready. That's Makepeace. Now Shannon Grant looking to hit a target. A minute 30 left in the first quarter. Thompson over his head. And they're all Magpie jumpers at the back. Caracella. Back to Maxwell.
Kangaroos pressure a lot better at the minute.
Yeah,
it's controlled the last probably 5 or 6 minutes of this quarter, the Kangaroos.
Been quite a turnaround, but low-scoring opening quarter. Maxwell dangerous, just the required distance to Wakeland. From the back pocket with the Magpies leading by a goal. To go back to Maxwell along the line here. We'll go further now. It opened up as the Kangaroo defenders didn't really work that all that well. They opened up the man further afield. And Dane Swan says thank you. 50 seconds. Will that be time? Moves it along. Looking for Rocker and Cloak. Bit of hesitation. Simpson didn't hesitate at all. Just banged it on the boot. Straight back to Swan. Corey Jones couldn't mow him down. O'Brien. Oh, O'Brien. Buckley's free inside 50. Had to see him. He did see him. They usually do.
Good footy, wasn't it? The square up to the middle of the ground. O'Brien running off Rocker. Rocker was his direct opponent at that stage, and he knew he could run off him. And O'Brien saw Buckley on his own. Great kick.
Coming in for his 10th possession. And if he can kick truly here when all is said and done, it'll be a pretty good quarter for the Magpies, given what's gone on. Kick 1 goal, 2 so far. His kicking boot has not really been on, and that one doesn't worry the scorers. A goal between these two sides, Sauce.
A great game of footy, good first quarter, a lot of pressure early. Looked like the Pies might kick away with their forward line. Forwards getting a bit of the ball. Buckley was terrific early, but then the Kangaroos fought back through Grant, and also Corey Jones. Harvey was also terrific.
Well, these two sides played a couple of cracking matches last year. We could be on the way to something similar. There's just a goal in it at the first change.
Hello, in 10 News, Aaron Badley is celebrating his first PGA title after winning the Heritage Classic by 1 shot in South Carolina. Hobart prisoners surrender after a 20-hour siege over prison conditions, and a hasty retreat for passengers caught in a tram fire overnight. Rain and clearing tomorrow, 19 degrees.
What do you think Big Brother's secrets are going to be this year?
Get the goss from Gretel. Plus, will you win the live concert at Prince's house?
What would you do if you could go to Prince's house, Pete?
I would go.
Don't go anywhere. Tuesday, Rove's on.
'Cause I know you're ready. Here now at Harvey Norman, gaming photos, music, movies, the complete experience with a new 5 technology PC. Transforming your digital lifestyle. Get the goss from Gretel. Plus, will you win the live concert at Prince's house?
Don't go anywhere Tuesday. Rove's on.
You'd have to go a long way to find anything more delicious than a Red Rooster strip sub. So we went all the way to Thailand. Sweet chili and lime combos, just $6.95. Taste the world at Red Rooster.
The senior guy at Ashley & Martin is a doctor, so he only gets scientifically proven hair regrowth medications. And they said because I got in early, there was a 98% chance of success. And it worked. Call Ashley & Martin Medical Hair Centres for your free consultation and enjoy the confidence.
Are you ready? Here now at Harvey Norman. Gaming, photos, music, movies. The complete experience with the new 5 technology PC. Transforming your digital lifestyle. Movies. Millions of songs at your fingertips. All your photos a click away. All controlled by one simple remote. Keep up to date with the latest news, weather and sport from your sofa. All at broadband speeds. And Harvey Norman can show you how. Be first with the latest home entertainment revolution. And remember, we won't be beaten on price.
Go!
Sometimes, to get what you want, you need some words of experience. Which is where we come in. So what is it you want?
Pedigree understands dogs. We understand it's only natural for a dog to fetch stuff. It's only natural to dig a hole, answer the door, and roll in you don't want to know what. So we made new Pedigree Natural with no artificial colours or flavours added. A delicious blend of healthy ingredients like fresh chicken, Australian rice, veggies, flaxseed and apple. And it tastes so much better than whatever that was.
Due to 10's live telecast of the Storwell Gift and the AFL, today's episode of Scope will not be seen at 4 p.m. today. It was shown at the special earlier time of 7 a.m. You can catch Scope again at the usual time next Monday at 4 p.m.
The 2006 Toyota AFL Premiership season, proudly brought to you by our broadcast partners. Toyota, footy, oh what a feeling. Bundaberg Rum, classic. Bunnings Warehouse, where lowest prices are just the beginning. And TAC, a 15-minute power nap could save your life.
Better direction, Maxwell. World was caving in around him for a moment, but he kept the cool head. And now Lockyer. A little uncertain to start with, but all of a sudden, it starts to look very sure. He finds the middle. It was a quarter where accurate kicking wasn't particularly on display, apart from Tarkin Lockyer. He found the middle, and that is the difference between the two sides as we sit here at quarter time. 3-3-21 Collingwood, 2-3-15 the Kangaroos. Very even struggle. You can see the major ball winners. Stars for each side, Harvey and Buckley, both with 10 possessions. All right, let's get down to Andrew Marr, because there is a significant story as far as Collingwood Chris Tarrant is concerned. Andrew?
I don't think it's all bad news, Hutto. We saw him in that marking contest with Joel Perry, hit the ground pretty hard. He has had a bit of a hip problem in recent times. We saw him land pretty heavily on that hip. He came off, he actually brought himself off the ground, went straight up the rooms. They obviously worked on that hip in the rooms, and when he came back out, he had some more remedial work done as he sat on the boundary line. So he does look ready to go. He doesn't appear to be in too much discomfort. Just Nathan Buckley, he missed that shot on the siren. The first thing he did when the huddle gathered, he got Simon Lloyd aside, grabbed a footy and had about 15 kicks over about 30 metres to and back from with Simon Lloyd, just to make sure that he won't make that mistake the next time round. He is an amazing professional, is Nathan Buckley.
Thank you, Andrew. Well, Sauce, a strange old quarter in a way, with shifts of momentum, and at the end of it, Magpies up by 6 points. How do you read it?
Oh, it's very close. Obviously, the goal in it, but it looked like Collingwood had the Kangaroos in a bit of trouble with their forward line structure. They were getting the ball down to Rocker, and the matchup didn't quite look right. But then I just thought the Kangaroos midfield started to get on top. Harvey got plenty of the ball. Rawlings was good, and then the forward line pressure by the Kangaroos started to improve. They had to rejig their forward line. They had 3 talls up there. They opted to go with a bit of a smaller type forward line, and things started to work for the Kangaroos.
Severio Rocker, Nathan Buckley, in fact, will start this second term on the bench, along with Shaw, Travis Cloak and Paul Acuria. Archer, Trotter, McIntosh and also Thurley will start their second term on the bench for the Kangaroos. Buckley 10 possessions and a goal in that opening quarter. David Hale's been pretty good, Steve.
He has. He's competing well, and he's got a big job today.
So, second quarter about to get underway. The Magpies by 6 points. Richards against Hale. Richards does it brilliantly down to Swan, who just hacks it towards half forward. Frito comes out in front of Tarrant. Tarrant, good pressure though. Fighting at ground level, Gibson. He's over the ball, needs to get it out. It spills out now, Loney. Somehow got his right boot to it, and Thomas is marked inside, attacking 50.
All eventuated from Tarrant's work on the ground. He held the ball in there, kept fighting, and eventually the ball spills out to Loney.
So, Dale Thomas, last week's NAB rising star, and with an opportunity, started this game on the bench after an outstanding display last week on the wing. And will need to kick this 50 metres. This will really test him. Comes in, drop punt, across the face, goal square, well done Hay, almost would have been paid the mark. Gibson feeds it back, Perry, and eventually Makepeace, and the Kangaroos out of trouble, and a good kick by Makepeace on his non-dominant side, finds Simpson just backward of the wing, handball. Coming in towards Green, ineffective, the Kangaroos get away with it. Harris now, good pressure from Swan, Grant, chips across the ground, Rawlings, here's a chance for the Kangaroos, chips it short towards half-forward, good running by Ferrito, and he's marked right on attacking 50.
And his man is Chris Tarrant, who's back in the forward 50 for Collingwood.
Yeah, I just saw Simpson just go over to Ferrito and say, have a shot. Here's a big kick, booming kick.
He'll need to be. He'll kick from the front of the centre square. 55 metres is the distance. That's what confronts him. So when he comes, wobbles it towards full forward. Has got the carry. Wakeland at the back. Oh, he dropped the mark in the end. Well done, O'Brien. Feeds it off to Clement, who kicks out wide. No Collingwood players, and Brown's able to stop it just inside. So here they go again.
Through Harvey, who's got rocket deep, but he likes the short. Harding on the lead. Who started the season in pretty good fashion. His talent cannot be denied. He hasn't always been able to consistently produce. But Lee Harding here needs a goal, and the scores will be level. 5 goals won for the season from set shots, and that's what he's got here. 40 metres needed to do the business, couldn't, and the margin reduced to 5 points. It's a big stage though. It's Easter Monday, packed crowd here at the Telstra Dome, terrific atmosphere, and the Magpies leading by 5. Maxwell, Holland, Mercuria and Clement, a couple of targets. He goes for the latter. And Maxwell has been busy, keeps on running. His 10th possession coming up just before Wells could stop it. Fraser mobile across half forward. Rocker makes his lead. The journey starts. He's going to crash over Archer. Great stuff in the pocket. Didak wanted to give it to his partner in crime, Leon Davis.
Kangaroos bring it out. Hale. An exciting build-up by the Magpies. As Hale kicks it out wide, Makepeace just trundles off with a casual bounce, chips inside the centre square. O'Brien and it's infringed on Jones, so he'll get the free kick. Kick was a little bit too high. Just got him underneath the ball illegally. So Jones with the free kick, just backward of the midfield. Long penetrating kick towards Rocker. Wakeland, push Wakeland out, and we'll get the free kick for Shane Wakeland. And Severio not too happy about it. What do you think, Steve?
Well, the hands in the back, they were very strict on that over the NAB competition, and we just saw it there. The first couple of rounds, we've seen a few players get away with it, but technically, the free kick's there.
This is Guy Richards at half-back. Not too much on offer. And in the end, kicks it into the man. So a chance here for the Kangaroos. Brown feeds it off to Brent Harvey. Kick towards half-forward. Thompson in good position, but he covers him.
He's been good, Wakeland.
He has. He marks. Handball off to Clement. Swan linking up the play. Now he's got Shaw wide, and he uses his short. Tarrant's by himself at half-forward. The kick towards Tarrant. Freo was caught in front, but the kick didn't have the penetration. Great tackle by Tarrant. He's able to get it out, though. Freo to Gibson. And now to Grant, and the Kangaroos a chance to build.
Mark taken just inside the line by Casey Green. Full tilt. Thompson hit it hard.
Spoiled.
Yeah, Clement just as hard, and he gets the rewards. Help from Swan, and now Johnson. Back for Shaw, who's been prominent in these few minutes on the ground. Into O'Brien, play on. He's going to go over to Lockyer. Instead goes more direct. Makepeace had to turn his back on Tarrant. And now Leon Davis missed the last one. He won't miss this one from 20 yards through.
Looks like this is the place.
Hi, everyone's here, so come through. Didn't we order a fireman?
Am I at the right party?
Let's get started. Woo!
What's happened to Bundy?
Take your top off!
Sure.
Classic.
Leon Davis with his first, and margin sneaks out to 12 points. Richards decisively down to O'Brien. Another chance for the Magpies. Long towards full court. Anthony Rocker couldn't take the mark. Tarrant, left foot snap, he's offline. Will land in the pocket. Didak can't prevent it from going over, so we'll get a boundary throwing deep in Collingwood's left forward pocket. Richards has done pretty well inside the centre square. Fraser doing the ruck work this time. Ball spills, free, Tarrant, nice blind turn, but the handball is run down by Harris. Spills to Rawlings, who kicks it out wide. Johnson and Harvey. Ben Johnson did superbly. Assistance from Holland. Where will he go? Kicks into the pocket. Didak is free, and he takes a strong mark. Collingwood fans don't like the treatment he received.
And Didak has been fairly quiet in this game. Takes his first mark. But I think it's Tarrant's the one we just see the contest there. Got to be a little careful. But Tarrant's the one up forward who's given him a bit of a spark, working very hard.
So Alan Didak runs around, gives himself a couple of metres, tries to curl it back. Contest in the pocket. Kangaroos at the fall. Shannon Grant. Tarrant off the ground. McIntosh needs to keep his head. Jones taps it towards Burrito. Now what's he done? He's taken it over and get a boundary throw in. Interesting that Collingwood have had 23 possessions or disposals inside attacking 50. The Kangaroos just 5.
Rocker and McIntosh, they all rush forward. Ruckman everywhere, everyone trying to get a piece of it. And we get another throw in. 2 goals in it. McIntosh and Rocker. Rocker held the footing again. It was Tarrant down to Didak from the top jump. Oh, yes.
A hard-earned thirst needs a big cold beer, often followed by another cold beer. Then, much later in the evening, a kebab. Yes, it's amazing how a kebab always seems to magically appear somewhere between see us later and honey, I'm home. And if she doesn't kill you the next day, a garlic sauce will. But we love a late night lamb sandwich just like we love a big cold beer. And the best cold beer is Vic.
Great finish here from Alan Didak. Let's look at it again. Anthony Rocker down to that dangerous spot. And a great finish from Didak. Collingwood's 5th. 2-0 this quarter. Inside, or centre clearances in favour of the Magpies. 5-3 for the match. Richards doing pretty well in there.
And Buckley been off for the whole quarter. Very interesting that he hasn't come back. We might check with Andrew in a moment.
Richards again gets it down, this time taken by Harris. Feeds it back to Simpson. Now the electrifying Wells has it. Rawlings. Can he find a target inside attacking 50? Wakeland in from the side. Rocker! Fantastic effort from Severio. Rocker looked out of position, but came in from the side with impact, and he's marked directly in front, just 30 metres from goal.
Yeah, you just sense he needed to take a grab. Time was sort of running out for him. He out-muscled Wakeland early on, but a free kick was given. But this would do wonders for his confidence.
Well, he's directly in front. Shouldn't miss this. Severio Rocker. Drop punt, swinging and through. Just.
Pedigree understands dogs. We understand it's only natural for a dog to fetch stuff. It's only natural to dig a hole, answer the door, and roll in you don't want to know what. So we made new Pedigree Natural with no artificial colours or flavours added. A delicious blend of healthy ingredients like fresh chicken, Australian rice, veggies, flaxseed and apple. And it tastes so much better than whatever that was.
Sav Rocker becomes the 8th individual goal kicker in this match. Only just. There was only millimetres in it. But most importantly, the margin back to 2 goals. Collingwood were flying, but now the Roos are coming. Wells through the maze and out the other side. Trotter got Rawlings away. Rocker and Hale are the 2 long targets. They both make their lead. Rocker doubling back to the square. Harding waits underneath, but Rocker goes and gets.
He judged that to perfection. Wakeland just lost him there. All he needed to do was probably just step in front of him and take his line. But Wakeland didn't have touch. Rocker better judgment.
Wells and Rawlings involved in the last passage of play. Sav's only kicked 8 goals in his 7 games against Collingwood coming into today's match. So hasn't got a great record in front of the big sticks against his old team. But it's getting better. That's his 2nd.
If someone finds a competitor with a cheaper price, then they'll bring that in, or we can call the competitor and we'll match that price and we'll beat it by 10%. People know that we have the lowest prices, so they come to us as the first stop.
4-pack of garden lights, only $29.90. Multi-use folding table, $58. Solar Guard Low Sheen, $55. Roller on a pole, just $9.98. If you happen to find a cheaper price on a stocked item, we'll beat it by 10%.
We've got everything here that you're going to need.
Bunnings Warehouse! Most prices are just the beginning.
And there's the change. James Clement with the job now on Severio Rocker.
And the other change, Nathan Buckley back on the ground, back in the middle.
This quarter's 12 minutes old, so he spent plenty of time on the bench, the captain. Richards and Thompson. Thompson this time waits underneath it, and will he get the free kick? I think he will.
Yeah, I think they need to get Thompson to full forward.
It's going to Richards. I'm not quite sure what that was for, but handball off to Johnson. Long towards Tarrant, who's in space. Well done. Great courage shown there by Wells, getting back. Holland, hard up against the line, needs support. A wild handball. Hay, and a turnover. Harris. Wells brilliant. Rawlings. Corrido around Travis Cloak. And a bounce. Kangaroos starting to build momentum. Kick towards half forward. Chance for Ben Johnson. Handball off to O'Brien. Kicks across to Maxwell. Kept his head there, O'Brien. Did it pretty well. Maxwell off. With a bounce. Good chase though from Jones. And a handball. Simpson. Nathan Thompson was held without it. He'll get a free kick. So they're coming hard, the Kangaroos.
Gee, hasn't it hotted up in the last couple of minutes? This is sensational stuff.
Rocker on the lead again, and he's got it. Great kick coming from Thompson. And Severio Rocker will aim at goal number 3 in the last 3 minutes.
And I was just saying a moment ago, I thought they should get Thompson to fall forward because I think Wakeland would like the match up with on Hale. Obviously, Thompson a lot more athletic. But this is working for the Kangaroos at the moment. Rocker on fire.
Wonderful effort. 730 career goals. What a career it's been. From right on 50. Drop punt. The goal umpire doesn't move. Scores a level.
It's the bone-crunching granny of 89. Now, Dermy is running across the ground when Mark Yates comes and crunches him from the side. Dave! Dave? He begins to vomit. Yes! Miraculously, he begins to run in slow motion. Later on in the game, Dermy kicks the amazing goal. Yes! No. You all right?
Well, the other one I want to go back to, Sauce, is this effort from Daniel Wells. Tarrant would have been lining up for goal at the other end.
Oh, yeah, super effort. You expect that from your players. Daniel Wells didn't shirk the issue. Crucial spoil.
He's had 4 possessions for the match. 3 of them have been in the last 3 minutes. And he's been involved in every one of those last 3 goals. Sav's kicked them all. Buckley doesn't like it too much. Trying to change things. Get it to half forward. There's Wells again. Perhaps trying to be a little too clever that time. But he's going to get it and make amends. Or at least try. Rawlings, not a great handball. Cloak read it beautifully. The Magpies looking to counter-attack. Wonderful tackle from Tarrant. Didn't get the reward it deserved. Green along the line. Interesting kick. He had a couple of targets on the wing. Thompson, they've lifted all over the ground. Don't worry about that. Rawlings takes it on relay. He'll get some good protection here. He could have kept on going, but why not go for Sav again? Not quite. Harding to the top of the square. Shaw with Thurley. Oh, he was bearing down. Thurley had to release the handball. He couldn't get it through. And O'Brien gives it to Loney, and now the Magpies can go.
Loney from half-back. Didak in space at half-forward. He's got 30 metres, Alan Didak. Can he find a target? Rocker on the lead. Finds him.
Well, it was a great kick by Didak, but he missed Tarrant inboard. He was all on his own.
This stadium is rocking. Anthony Rocker now a chance for the Magpies from 40 metres to put the Magpies back in front. Severio, his brothers, kicked the last 3. No, he decides to pass off, and that's poor marking because Brodie Holland just chips into space. 20 metres from goal, slight angle, and in a much better goal-scoring position.
And he's been doing the job on Daniel Wells' lead, so just drifted away from the Kangaroo then.
So Brodie Holland, runner-up best and fairest last year. From 20 metres, chips and goals, Collingwood back in front.
No one ever knows what's behind this door.
Thank God you're here. Thank God you're here. Thank God you're here.
Well, I'm sorry. Man told me to park and I was locked. I put maybe...
7:30 Wednesday. You won't know what to expect or who you'll see.
Mr. Blake, I didn't expect you to be so handsome or so famous.
It's anyone's guess what you'll see next on TV's funniest new show. Thank God you're here. 7:30 Wednesday on 10.
Brodie Holland telling Daniel Wells all about it, so he can go from hero to 0 very quickly on a day like today. 6 points the margin. Once again, Collingwood back in front. The ruck rotations continue for the Kangaroos. Big McIntosh back in the middle. Here's Wells doing what he does best, and that is attacking. Carrying the ball. Tried to spot up McIntosh. Just missed. Oh. And they collide. Perhaps getting the jumpers confused. Who knows? Johnson worked his way through and finds Fraser. Not too many players ahead of them here, so it's open for Lucuria.
Tarrant, gotta go Tarrant.
On his own. He didn't, well, he did see him, but he hurried the kick for Rito. And that's a wasted opportunity as Hay takes it away. They're not out of danger yet, far from it. Thomas, very well done. Didn't rush it. And Tarrant to line up. And the 2-goal margin will be restored.
I'll tell you.
Oh, that should have been 50 metres. That bloke's just run straight across Tarrant's mark then.
Tarrant, I tell you what, there are that many times this game he's been free and they haven't seen him.
Well, Ferrito's trying to run off him. Tarrant's got his kicking boot back on.
Your eyes don't have to shut for your mind to be asleep. Zoning out is a common symptom of fatigue. Lose a few seconds on the road and the consequences could be deadly.
Dean Laidley, his side has conceded the last couple. Margin 12 points. Fraser doing battle. McIntosh. Fraser gets it down. Well done. Good desperate stuff from Harris, but he's over the ball. He's in real trouble here, Daniel Harris. No. He'll get a bounce.
Good decision.
I said a lot of those paid, but not this time. So Byhead bounces. Well done by Anthony Rocker. Slaps it forward. Hay is first back though. And he's got support by Ferrito. He's played pretty well, Ferrito. Kick out wide. Thomas and Grant. Grant, spectacular stuff.
Well done.
On the City wing. Well done by Makepeace, running hard in towards attacking 50. Get it on the bounce. Lockyer kick one from here in the first quarter. He's allowed to run to 30 metres. Try and find a target. Poor kick. Speaking of Lockyer, there he is, Thomas. Lockyer. Now Lucuria. Collingwood away. Sweeps the handball to Buckley. One bounce. Where on the ball? Terrence free again. Can Buckley find him? Yes.
50.
And Tarrant down. What's the umpire going to do here? Let's have a close look at it. Ferrito.
Yeah, it has to be.
Gee.
Has to be 50.
It's not. Just a little clock on the jaw.
Sos Ferrito, is he playing Tarrant? He's playing him 10 metres in front.
Well, he's got away with it in the first quarter and a half, but Tarrant now, Collingwood have realised that he's got space and they're starting to go through him.
Well, this will really test his kicking ability from 45, drop punt, and he's missed it, missed everything, so he won't be happy with Ferrito. Put Ferrito down.
Well, that's
well, none of the three umpires were watching.
It's incredible, isn't it?
You're not happy, Chris Tarrant?
He's got every right to be unhappy, really. Jones takes the mark. Well, the swings in this game have been quite significant. And with such a boisterous crowd, it all adds to the atmosphere. And they've made a real meal of that. Now, the boundary umpire was a fair way away. The goal umpire was close enough, though, that he would have seen if it had been out of bounds. So we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Grant onto the wing, just looking a bit messy at the moment for the Kangaroos. Ferrito has run off Tarrant again, so Tarrant's on his own at the other end of the ground. If Collingwood swing it down there quick enough, he might find himself free. Buckley gets it out to Lockyer. Now Tarrant's still free on 50. Instead to Fraser. 85 from goal. Didak's back in the pocket on this side. And Didak will come, and he will take the mark. He wants to move it. Tarrant's still free. This is unbelievable.
Well, I just can't believe Ferrito's giving him that latitude. I mean, you've got to, at some stage, assess your game where you're at. And Tarrant this quarter's been exceptional.
Eight possessions, 4 marks, 2 goals straight.
Throw in the 3 tackles as well.
Now he's kicked 3, or has he yet? What a way to do it.
A powerful 172 kilowatt V6, constant all-wheel drive, and available with 7 seats. The Toyota Kluger. All the power to all the wheels, all the time.
Tarrant and Ferrito, and Chris Tarrant's kicked the last 2 goals. Collingwood have kicked the last 3 after the Kangaroos kicked 3 on the trot. So the margin back to 18 points. Magpies have dominated the hit-outs in this quarter, 10-1 after being smashed in the first quarter. O'Brien loops the handball over the top. Holland forced to kick quickly, but did. Didak and Gibson. Bounce favours Gibson. And well done. Some pace and delivers to Harris on centre wing. So the challenge now in front of the Kangaroos is
someone stand in the middle of the ground. I don't know whether
Harding, I
was
think
a
it is.
collision with Harding.
I think he might have run into Brodie Holland's elbow, lads.
Okay, thanks, Andy.
What do you mean by that, Andy?
He ran into Brodie Holland's elbow, Hutto. Accidental. When he laid that tackle only a few moments ago.
Rawlings. He's had a fair bit of it, in fact, coming in for his 16th disposal, Brady Rawlings. Most of them in this second term. Kick wide. Thompson, the target. He's up high. Can't take the mark. Well done by Buckley. Shovels it through the pack. The Courier went about 3 metres to Lockie, so he gave it back to the Courier. Shaw. Now Loney. Where will he go? He's got a player short. Tarrant. He's again in space. This time Perito was 10 metres behind him.
Tell you, I can't believe this. So
Chris Tarrant just forward to the centre circle. Kicks it out wide. Travis Cloak on a long lead. Marks on his chest.
Coming off Harding.
In some trouble, Lee Harding. So Travis Cloak will need to kick this more than 50 metres. He's a wonderful kick if he doesn't try and kick it too hard. Angle pretty tough though. From just outside 50, leans back, contest in the goal square, and the Kangaroo defence do enough to punch it through. Margin now 19 points in favour of the Magpies.
Troy Makepeace for Daniel Wells. And the ball just keeps flinging from one end to the other. The master of his domain in defence is James Clement onto the wing. Here's Holland. He could have switched to Davis, went more direct, hoping for Fraser. Just the required distance now. Looks up, Didac. Terrence clear again. This time, Harris helped out. Thank goodness for that. It's going to get Bobby Davis in to say it was sped income unbelievable. And that wasn't a great kick. Gibson over the top. Could have given away a free. Didn't. Grant trying to get it out to Simpson. He can't. Good work ethic by the Magpies. They get rewarded. Fraser Swan now. Didac on his wrong side. Was going to go to Thomas. Instead he went to Rocker. And they are finishing this quarter right over the top of the Kangaroos.
Great piece of play, wasn't it? There was a clever little kick in there by Didac. He follows up. Great little short pass.
Needs to make this stick now, Anthony Rocker. Basically half-time. Hasn't kicked a goal after getting 8 straight last week. Punctuates the game at half-time with a goal. And the Magpie Army rightfully up on their feet.
Well, super quarter. The Pies were dominant, particularly the second half of that quarter. Chris Tarrant was outstanding, and they've got the momentum going into the half-time break.
And they lead by 25 at the Dome on Easter Monday. Stay with us on 10.
You'd have to go a long way to find anything more delicious than a Red Rooster strip sub. So we went all the way to Thailand. Sweet chili and lime combos, just $6.95. Taste the world at Red Rooster.
Your eyes don't have to shut for your mind to be asleep. Zoning out is a common symptom of fatigue. Lose a few seconds on the road and the consequences could be deadly.
I think I'm a pretty confident bloke, but when you start to lose your hair, it can really knock you. So I called the guys at Ashley and Martin, because they're the biggest. Seriously, after 5 minutes of my free consultation, I just knew they could sort me out. The senior guy's a real doctor, so you only get scientifically proven regrowth medications. And they said because I caught it early, there was a 98% chance of success. And it's worked. So if you want to regrow your hair, call Ashley and Martin Medical Hair Centres and enjoy the confidence. get up, move, 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 get up, move. Get up, move, 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 get up.
Toyota Hilux 4x2 action utility vehicle with a powerful 175 kilowatt 4-litre VVTi V6. You'll be counting down every second till the weekend.
Get up.
Pedigree understands dogs. We understand it's only natural for a dog to fetch stuff. It's only natural to dig a hole, answer the door, and roll in you don't want to know what. So we made new Pedigree Natural with no artificial colours or flavours added. A delicious blend of healthy ingredients like fresh chicken, Australian rice, veggies, flaxseed and apple. And it tastes so much better than whatever that was.
Wattle ID. Australia's first premium quality paint without nasty paint odours. Wattle on, Australia.
Bacon lovers won't be able to resist the double beef and bacon burger. For a limited time only.
The countdown to the big event has begun.
One of them will turn to drugs.
One of them will cheat.
And one of them is going to die. Is it all because of this little witch?
Oh my God, Kaylin Cooper.
Are you gonna invite me in or what?
Marissa's sister's back, and she's gonna mess with everyone.
What are you planning on doing to me?
Expect big changes in the weeks ahead. The new OC, 8:30 Tuesday on 10.
Ten News with Helen Kapelos.
Good evening and welcome to our Easter Monday halftime bulletin. Back to the football shortly. But first, Victorian golfer Aaron Baddeley is celebrating the biggest win of his career on the US PGA Tour.
Moments after their son's emphatic win, the call the Badleys had been waiting for.
Oh, Aaron, it is so good. Just absolutely fantastic. How are you feeling?
Congratulations, sweetheart.
It took until the 18th for the 25-year-old to claim victory, the same green he had conducted an Easter sermon on just hours before.
Yes, his prayers answered.
Every stroke of the $1.3 million win shared with his wife, Rochelle.
It was my anniversary yesterday, and so it's just been a special weekend, it really has.
The golden moment relived for the first of many times back home.
Well, we actually weren't sitting on the couch at that stage. I think we were standing.
Inspired by the early morning special, members and mates at his home club.
He gives everybody a run for his money. He's a good kid.
It's been a long time coming, but that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to play the American tour. So.
And play he will. The victory giving him a 2-year ticket to tournaments in the US. Raquel Eberle, 10 News.
A man has died in hospital after being stabbed at a karaoke bar. The victim, in his early 50s, was with 12 men at Crown Casino before moving on to an inner-city karaoke bar where a fight broke out about midnight. The man was stabbed 3 times in the back. His attackers fled. He underwent emergency surgery at the Alfred Hospital but died later. The Asian squad is investigating. A chemical agent has been used to end a 20-hour siege at Hobart's Risdon prison. It's the second prison uprising in a year over inmates' conditions.
A dousing of chemicals on the 28 male prisoners ended the siege that began 10 a.m. yesterday. Inmates took control of a jail division after overpowering a female guard.
She's obviously very shaken about the incident and she's currently under medical assessment.
During the standoff, prisoners demanded medical treatment, exercise activities and better food.
It's a grossly inappropriate diet. There's far too much junk food. Prisoners want decent food and they're entitled to decent food.
It's the second time in 12 months tensions have boiled over. In May last year, a guard was held hostage as prisoners made similar demands for improved conditions. The Tasmanian government says the inmates have been decontaminated and moved to another area. But prison groups warn future riots are inevitable.
This is a very bad prison. It has a bad record, unfortunately.
Kate McGrath, 10 News.
Aboriginal rights protesters have banned walkers from a public park. Activists in the King's Domain demand the public, council workers and police keep their distance or pay up.
Each person that goes through probably $10,000 each.
Police say the park is public property. A hasty exit for passengers overnight after a tram caught fire. Travellers tried to extinguish flames from the brakes, but firefighters put out the blaze.
I was on the back of the tram and the smoke started coming down to the tram, and everyone got off the tram, and we jumped off, and then there was flames coming out everywhere.
And fire crews spent 30 minutes battling a suspicious fire in Hampton which destroyed an unoccupied home. Or more in our halftime bulletin before we take you back to the football, including today's sporting highlights and the Pope's message to the masses.
This year on Big Brother, what the housemates can't see will drive them crazy. Truth or lie?
Bacon lovers won't be able to resist the double beef and bacon burger. For a limited time only.
This is Pookie Wookie Bear.
I love you, Wookie Bear.
A man on the brink.
Who's my bear? Who's my bear?
No man should ever have to answer to Pookie, or Wookie, or Bear.
Have fun, Pookie Wookie Bear.
Nor answer to a nickname that doesn't end, you know.
Dava, Marta,
Pookie. That'll stick. But it doesn't have to be this way. Just by drinking Coca-Cola Zero, you can help us sponsor a fully grown man. We have real taste and zero sugar. Let's demand cute women with zero cutesy talk.
And that's the beauty of Bunnings. It doesn't matter what project you want to do. We have everything here, so we can, we can offer everything. We have everything except milk.
Running 65-litre feed and mulch block, just $8.98. Zito electric chainsaw, $79. Bosch cordless drill, $147. 4-litre fence finish, $20.60. Paint roller kit, just $4.48.
So everyone's happy.
Bunnings Warehouse.
Lowest prices are just the beginning.
Hey boys, wish shaving could be a more stimulating experience? Your wish is granted. New Chic Quattro Energy.
Would you like to spend some time away from the kids?
As long as I'm with you, everything's perfect.
Everybody get out! Get out! Now! Damn it!
Everybody Hates Chris, 7:30 tonight.
Premier Steve Bracks has wound up a trade mission to Singapore, reviving controversy over Van Nguyen's hanging. He's urged the country to drop its tough mandatory execution policies.
Only months ago, there was tension between Victoria and Singapore over drug trafficker Van Nguyen's fate. Today, it was handshakes and smiles. But behind the scenes, the Premier was making Victoria's views on the hanging clear to the country's leaders.
And I have the view that that it was wrong to have the death penalty for Van Nguyen.
Sticking by his Attorney General Rob Hull's description of the hanging policy as barbaric. Mr Bracks meeting Singapore's business and political elite before flying to Sri Lanka. Despite the differences over capital punishment, the Premier believes our relationship with the country will remain strong. And in meetings with Singapore Airlines officials, he's opened up the prospect of more direct flights to Melbourne.
I will just say to Singapore Airlines, don't ignore Australia. We do welcome the investment. We do welcome the direct routes that occur into Tullamarine.
In Singapore, Gareth Borum, 10 News.
The Pope has led millions around the world in Easter celebrations. Nearly 100,000 pilgrims and tourists packed St Peter's Square as Benedict XVI celebrated his first Easter as pontiff. He wished the faithful a joyous holiday in 62 languages and called for peace in Iraq and Israel and an end to Iran's nuclear standoff with the West. A former Melbourne lifeguard has scored a breathtaking win in the 125th Stall gift. Adrian Mott was celebrating even before he won.
It was left to the front markers to lap up the limelight at Stall, handicappers proving too tough for the likes of Patrick Johnson, Daniel Batman and Ambrose Azenwa. The field for the final including an accountant, a teacher and an IT specialist. But in the end, they were no match for bookies' favourite Adrian Mott, who, despite a slow start, came flying home with plenty of flair.
Buchanan running well. Mott's got them covered at the moment. It's going to be a favourites gift.
With the rest of the field lagging, Mott's tongue was wagging even before he crossed the finish line.
Oh, I'm speechless. I'm on top of the world right now. I'm on cloud 9. Oh, Jesus.
The exuberant win capped off with a kiss for his coach, 1991 winner Steve Brimacombe. For the first time, the women's gift was run over the traditional distance of 120 metres, Sydney's Samantha Brayley claiming victory over a former Fashions on the Field winner, Jennifer Osman. Cameron Bowe, 10 News.
Two clubs may lose key players to suspension. Carlton's Brendan Favola faces a week after match review panel deliberations, and Brisbane's Justin Lepage has been given 2 for striking Brendan Goddard. The Blues also have injury woes.
It's a tough business, as young Carlton player Adam Hartlett graphically illustrated this morning after tearing a hamstring. But the Blues had some positives today. Matthew Lappin's shoulder injury isn't as bad as first thought. There's no structural problem and he's a remote chance to play Friday.
The doctors will do everything we can to get up for the game. It's a big game for our club, so I won't rule it out, but it's probably not likely, but there's still a chance.
The Bulldogs have lost Morgan for a year with a knee and Will Minson for 6 weeks with a broken leg. The bonus was a better than expected diagnosis for Daniel G in Syracuse's ankle.
G is fine. G is walking around this morning, so he just rolled his ankle, but he'll be right to play during the week.
Scans tomorrow will determine the extent of the Matthew Lloyd hamstring injury. The star full forward also has a cork thigh and could be out for a month. Rob Waters, 10 News.
Now a brief look at the weather and a mild autumn day. After a low of 6, we managed 20. Tuesday's forecast, rain, clearing and 19. And we all know the Easter Bunny goes to great lengths to please, but who would have thought he'd drop off the load at the bottom of the ocean? US divers gladly rounded up the prizes near Florida. The eggs were designed to be safe to marine life. And that is 10 News for now. Stay with us as we cross back to the Telstra Dome for the second half of the Kangaroos Collingwood match. But for now, from all of us here, good night.
You're going to be tempted to run just a little bit faster. I know how to control my abilities.
Lois and Clark are destined to become lovers.
So you have been checking me out.
Clark Kent, Lex Luthor, sworn to be enemies. The question is, how will this sexy villain affect their destiny?
Are you okay?
The Superman legend is unfolding. Smallville, 7:30 Thursday.
The stylish Motorola L7. More phone, less space.
Hello, Moto.
bacon lovers won't be able to resist the double beef and bacon burger. For a limited time only.
I think I'm a pretty confident bloke, but when you start to lose your hair, it can really knock you. So I called the guys at Ashley and Martin, because they're the biggest. Seriously, after 5 minutes of my free consultation, I just knew they could sort me out. The senior guys are real doctors, so you only get scientifically proven regrowth medications. And they said because I caught it early, there was a 98% chance of success. And it's worked. So if you want to regrow your hair, call Ashley and Martin Medical Hair Centres and enjoy the confidence.
Looks like this is the place.
Hi, everyone's here, so come through. Didn't we order a fireman?
Am I at the right party?
Let's get started. Woo!
What's happened to Bundy?
Take your top off!
Sure. Classic.
Your eyes don't have to shut for your mind to be asleep. Zoning out is a common symptom of fatigue. Lose a few seconds on the road and the consequences could be deadly.
Your foolish attempt to rescue your exotically beautiful girlfriend was always doomed.
You'll never get away with it.
I will, but just before I eliminate you, I'll give you a tour of my secret island and explain how everything works.
So if I did escape, I'd be able to thwart your plans.
That will never happen.
Highlander Original. It's fast acting.
Oh, James.
You'd have to go a long way to find anything more delicious than a Red Rooster strip sub. So we went all the way to Thailand. Sweet chili and lime combos, just $6.95. Taste the world at Red Rooster.
There were some golden grabs in round two. What incredible courage from Geelong's Jared Rook.
Thompson out on the lead, Lynn coming the other way, and Rook is courageous as you like. Absolutely fantastic from Jared Rook.
Port Adelaide's Chad Corns proves he can also play without fear.
That's as good as it gets. He's a superstar.
And Crows veteran Ben Hart goes for a ride.
And this is the way they saw it in round two of the Toyota Mark of the Year. The experts finding it hard to split Jared Rook and Chad Corns, but the public vote overwhelming in support of the Geelong utility. Jared Rook winning the Mark of the Year with 45% of the vote for round two, the Toyota Mark of the Year. If you want to have your say on the Mark and the Goal of the Year, go to afl.com.au. Follow the prompts to the Toyota Marks and Goals of the Year if you want to have your say. Some courageous marks taken in that lot. Jared Rook and Chad Corns, of course. We're playing for the Jason McCartney medal here today, which will honour the most courageous player out on the ground here today. The experts upstairs, three very learned gentlemen indeed, have got the task of selecting that player. Back to you, boys.
Thank you, Andrew. Wakelin, will he have the job still on Sav Rocket? Of course, Clement went on to Sav, didn't he, towards the end of that second quarter, so you imagine that would still be the case.
Actually, he did, but when Nathan Thompson went back to full forward, Clement
back onto him, which is the way it will start, it appears, for this third quarter. So we'll look to see whether the Kangaroos have done anything else different. Any other quick observations, Sauce, about what you think for this second half?
Well, I just think they've got to tighten up in defence for Rito, particularly on Tarrant. The Pies have gone to Tarrant on 9 occasions, so obviously finding too much space. Chris Tarrant.
And 9 times to Tarrant, 5 times to Rocker when they've entered the 50. So they have been the primary targets. Simpson, Harvey all involved there. Makepeace, who was a late inclusion. Back to Harvey, who's been most prolific for the Kangaroos. His 16th touch onto the chest of Casey Green. Thompson and Rocker deep. Brown a shorter option. Oh, he missed the target through the middle. Simpson just has time. You better watch out. Goes long. Fly there came from Harding. But it's all Collingwood at ground level.
Holland takes from O'Brien and then goes for Swan. Who again, been busy this afternoon. His 10th touch to Thomas, the crowd. The Collingwood crowd love the youngster already. Rocker. Too far out even for Anthony, you would think. Terrence back there, one out. Buckley's going to come and lend a hand. He didn't need to. Surely that was high contact. Davis kicks the behind. Tarrant not happy that there was no free kick paid. Makepeace to bring it back quickly for the Kangaroos and find Simpson.
Kangaroo captain inside defence of 50. He's got a loose player at half-back. It's Hay. Had the job on Anthony Rocker this afternoon. Chips it further afield. Long lead from Brown. Just landed at his feet. Maxwell got to his feet very quickly. Well done by Brown. Somehow got boot the ball. But the numbers with the Magpies as O'Brien kicks it inside to Holland. He's got Swan inside the centre circle. Ignores that. And now he's asked to move on with it pretty quickly. So kicks it out wide. Loose player O'Brien at half forward. Links up with Ben Johnson. He'll run to 50. Ben Johnson loads up. Kicks it very high towards the goal square. Going back with great courage was Archer. Ball's free. Chance for Thomas. Again Archer desperate. Rocker one way then the other. Thomas lining on his left side. Pulls it. Barg if you don't mind. He's kicked a beauty.
Are you ready? Here now at Harvey Norman. Gaming, photos, music, movies. The complete experience with the new 5 Technology PC. Transforming your digital lifestyle. Movies. Millions of songs at your fingertips. All your photos a click away. All controlled by one simple remote. Keep up to date with the latest news, weather and sport from your sofa. All at broadband speeds. And Harvey Norman can show you how. Be first with the latest home entertainment revolution. And remember, we won't be beaten on price.
Well, when Sap Rocker kicked his 3rd goal, scores were level since then. It's been 5 goals to the Magpies, unanswered. Buckley was able to do the full 360 and go to Tarrant again, and Rocker will crunch through. He lost his footing. Thomas plucked it, and he hasn't got his kicking boots on today, unfortunately.
A couple of super bits of play. Buckley out of the middle, and then Thomas just roving the pack, just didn't finish it off with a goal.
Makepeace kicks in and finds Perry at half-back. Joel Perry, game number 2. Chips it further afield. He's kicked it straight to Buckley. Perhaps he was confused by the stripes. But Buckley kicks it back towards Travis Cloak, who's got the sit on Perry. Couldn't quite hang on. Perry did enough there in the contest to affect the spoil. His kick under pressure towards Hale is okay. Off to Wells. Now Brady Rawlings. Kick towards half forward. Jones on a long lead. O'Brien did enough. Great desperate stuff there from Maxwell. Johnson back to Maxwell. Handball to O'Brien. Collingwood controlling things in the midfield at the moment. Long towards Tarrant, who's got the set. He was pushed off the ball and will get the free kick. Against Hay. He just dropped back on Jonathan Hay, and you can see Hay here. He looked and pushed him out, and that was the free kick. You can't afford, Steve, as a defender in today's football to take your eye off the ball, because if the umpire sees it, you're in trouble.
Well, he was in a difficult situation. I think there was a bit of a roll-off there where Ferrito came up the ground and might have gone to Rocker. But Tarrant was left standing there, so it was Hayes' responsibility to get back, and he infringed.
So Chris Tarrant kicked 3. Now he's kicked 4.
You'd have to go a long way to find anything more delicious than a Red Rooster strip sub. So we went all the way to Thailand. Sweet chili and lime combos, just $6.95. Taste the world at Red Rooster.
Wattle ID repels stains, marks and scuffing. So every little accident simply washes away. Wattle on, Australia.
Plenty to think about for Dean lately. 5th time he's coached against Mick Malthouse. Of course, he was an assistant to Mick. It was 2-2 going into today, but it looks like it's going to be 3-2. That is a very smart tackle from Harrison. Should have been rewarded with a free kick. It wasn't, but he won his own ball anyway. Simpson Downfield, he got a little bit mauled as he kicked it. Grant takes the mark. Corey Jones is deep. Might be the target here if Grant wants to kick. No, he goes very, very short to Sav.
We had a shot.
From 75, from downtown. Sav sinks the slipper. What about that? He's single-handedly keeping them, well, maybe not in the game, but close enough to make a charge. Now, we've just taken a call from Malcolm Blight, and he says there's no way this was as long as his.
That's a super kick. He's on a couple of steps.
Should play in the centre.
Well, he's done a great job. 4 goals, Severio Rocker. Spent some time on the bench. And the margin, 33 points. Richards got a handball towards Loney. Harris in there fighting hard as he always does. He's got the ball, but it's held to him, so another bounce. Daniel Harris, 10 disposals, couple of marks. 3 centre clearances.
Clemens just gone to Rocker.
So Richards, Maxwell up as the third man. He almost threw it out to Carosella. Carosella now all of a sudden in space. Davis, oh, he tried to knock it back to Carosella. It was effective. O'Brien weaving in and out of traffic, kicks it short. Thomas couldn't hold on. Brilliantly rowed by Davis. Hard up against the boundary line. Oh, he's across the face. One behind. Gee, that would have been a goal and a half, wouldn't it? Wasn't to beat, so a behind to the Magpies, margin 34 points.
You seem quite excited about that prospect, Michael.
Oh, it would have been one of the goals of the year, Anthony.
Archer. Now the switch on. Makepeace goes for a one-on-one. Grant versus Lockyer. Magpies have got the numbers and the foot speed at the back. Lockyer worked it well. O'Brien cutting through the middle. Johnson down to Tarrant again. Ferrito playing in front, but Tarrant, oh, winding into it, couldn't take it. Thomas, oh, that was almost in the back, not quite. Tarrant trying to find his left. Daniel Wells, where's he been for the last 20 minutes of play? Off to Simpson. Now Harvey. Brown. Need to get him back into play. Hale pushing, he almost took it. Johnson held without it for a moment, and then perhaps tackled high. Collingwood fans going for risk on the boundary. Play on was the call on all accounts. Corey Jones clever. Thompson hit it hard. Wakeland kept his feet. Dangerous handball. Shows the attacking frame of mind of the Magpies at the moment. O'Brien cleaned it up. Wakeland, O'Brien, Holland. Better watch out. Simpson was just about ready to intercept. Couldn't do so. Out wide for Davis. And now they'll wind up from half-back.
Davis, searching kick towards Travis Cloak. Can't control it. Well, you've got to get a boot to it. He did it very cleverly. The numbers, though, with the Kangaroos. Harris, now Green. From midfield, kicks towards half-forward. Buckley's got to go back here. Couldn't. Mark taken by Hale. Off to Brown. Kicks it and chips it towards half-forward. Maxwell in front. Couldn't hold on. And he'll get a free kick, though, will he? Yes, he will. Been very good this afternoon, Nick Maxwell. A couple to choose from there. Carosella links up with Ben Johnson. Back to Carosella. Now he's got Fraser free, just forward of the wing. Fraser can run here. Tarrant's dropping back again. He wants it long, Chris Tarrant. That's the direction the kick takes. He's up and at him this time. Couldn't hold on. Ferrito did very well. Good tackle from Travis Cloak. Although the Kangaroos again with the numbers here. Perry, Hay, look out. Oh, he got through dubiously. A rush behind. Good tackle from Chris Tarrant.
Does he leave Ferrito on Tarrant, Sauce?
Well, I was just looking at that. Maybe Lee Brown's the man, but at the minute, Lee Brown's with Nathan Buckley.
Bit of the Zach Dawson's from last week, but it's a totally different scenario, isn't it, with Ferrito?
But the last 2 or 3 contests, he's actually been with Tarrant, Ferrito, which is encouraging.
Turn it over again from half-back. Play on was the call. Loney, well, did he get a clean possession away? Simpson battling hard, very hard on the ground level. The Roos need to just square off for the Magpies for a while and make it contested footy. They've had all the answers. The Magpies through the middle. That's good build-up now to the runner. Wells looking in, glide through the middle. You'd love to see him finish it off. It wasn't a great kick, but it's going to result in a goal, and that might be something exciting for the Roos fans.
And that's the beauty of Bunnings. It doesn't matter what project you want to do. We have everything here, so we can, we can offer everything. We have everything except milk.
Running 65-litre feed and mulch block, just $8.98. Zito electric chainsaw, $79. Bosch cordless drill, $147. 4-litre fence finish, $20.60. Paint roller kit, just $4.48.
So everyone's happy.
Bunnings Warehouse. Those prices are just the beginning.
Last 2 goals to the Kangaroos. Starting to work their way back into it, maybe. O'Brien, well tackled by Harris. Couldn't get boot the ball. Harris is tigerish in there. Good handball to Hale. It was a good tackle coming from Travis Cloke. Kick to half forward. Harding involved. Chips it out wide. Jones on a lead. Well done by O'Brien. O'Brien now. Swan sweeps the handball. Look out, Ben Johnson. Oh, he turned into trouble. But he's got support. No, he didn't. He's been penalised, hasn't he?
He's called a bit of a throw there.
Look for a moment as though it just bobbled out, but the free kick will come to Simpson.
Very interesting. Rockers actually taken Clement out of the play. They fancy Nathan Brown on Wakeland at the minute.
Simpson loads up, long towards the goal square. Wakeland going back. It's through 4 behind to the Kangaroo captain.
Nathan Thompson down there, only 3 possessions for the day. No wonder they're trying to take Rocker out of play. He's kicked 4 goals straight. Ben Johnson been good again, 16 possessions. Didak has come into it more as the game's gone on. His 9th touch finds O'Brien, who leads all comers with 19 here along with Brent Harvey. Oh, again, a little dangerous, but sure just before Wells came. Oh, look at this, Clement floating down off Rocker. Makepeace will try and make him work for it. That is a very high, wide kick. And Archer.
And he's played it well, Clement. Obviously, Rocker was trying to take him out of the play. So what Clement's going to try and do now, he's going to try and run Rocker down the ground. So very smart play.
Rawlings wanted to go short to Simpson, but that option was closed. A lot of hesitation. Must be play on soon. Goes to Simpson eventually. From half back with the Magpies 11-10, leading the Kangaroos 7-5. Casey Green got the call from Dean Laidley after the grand final last year and said, come across, got a role for you. He played in that grand final, of course, against Ryan O'Keefe and did pretty well, but his days were numbered at the Eagles. Thompson, hopelessly outnumbered back there. Buckley better watch out. Daniel Wells ready to pounce. Maxwell, Wells is at it again. Johnson. They refuse to be rushed there in the Magpies. And Tarrant at least working up for this kick. So that's a better result for the Kangaroos.
Each time Collingwood players get it in the midfield, they look up. Glenn Archer's back there by himself, just trying to block the holes.
Travis Cloke and Rocker the most likely.
Cloke couldn't take it. Chance now for the Kangaroos to clear, although Davis swoops in there. Can't keep it in. We'll get a boundary thrown at half forward for the Magpies.
And we just see the big shift there in tackles. Kangaroos picking up their work rate in this 3rd quarter.
Hale, nice tap down towards Archer, pushed off it by Davis. Fraser gets back in, but well tackled by Archer. A bounce 40 metres from the Collingwood goal.
That boundary thrown a few moments ago, we're halfway through this 3rd quarter, was the first boundary thrown of the quarter.
Fraser, tap over the back. Rocker, Davis tries to escape the Hay tackle, couldn't. Is he penalised? No, but he dragged it back underneath. He's in real trouble here, Leon Davis. Gee, they've been paying those where you drag it back underneath, and despite the pressure of the Kangaroo players to keep it in,
Well, as long as they're
Normally the
consistent
free
all
kick's
day.
paid. Well,
You're spot on, but from a player's point of view, as long as they're consistent all day.
Rocker smashes it towards the goal square. Who will run onto it? O'Brien can't control it. Didak. Something special. Oh, Lucuria. Was he taken high?
Yep.
So a free kick to Paul Lucuria deep in the left forward pocket.
It was a poor effort to tackle. I mean, he's ridden him in the back.
Let's have another look at it. I think there was, well, whether it was the Gibson tackle or the arm from Brown across the shoulder, a little unsure, but in any case, Paul Lucuria with a chance from just 15 metres, angle reasonably acute, won't quite suit his preferred left foot. An opportunity here to extend the Collingwood lead. Kicked in the end off a step after he was rushed across the ground, or across the goal face, and the Kangaroo defence there in number. He just took a little step sideways and the umpire called play on. And
well done then to Lee Brown on the
yes.
mark. That was very, very good observation.
So he changed him down. So boundary throw in. Hale. Oh, brilliantly done. Didak. Goal. Great stuff from Fraser.
No one ever knows what's behind this door.
Thank God you're here. Thank God you're here. Thank God you're here.
I'm sorry. Man told me to park and I was locked. I put maybe...
7:30 Wednesday. You won't know what to expect or who you'll see.
Mr. Blake, I didn't expect you to be so handsome or so famous.
It's anyone's guess what you'll see next on TV's funniest new show. Thank God you're here. 7:30 Wednesday on 10.
Dean Laidley need to come up with something. 35 points, going to be a huge obstacle. And it might be getting bigger now as O'Brien sends him into territory again. Archer in the middle of enemy territory marks. Now this is 50 here. Didak, who kicked the last goal. Too close. There it is. Well, they're all huddling here at centre-half forward. They break right now. And Archer didn't want a bar of it. So now there's nothing left at centre-half forward, so that's why he's going across to Hay. Now, Trotter is there for him. Oh, he made an awful mess of it, Hay.
Poor decision-making.
Didak somehow finds it. And he needed to. There was Roos around him. Swan. Shaw doubling back. He did it very well. Well done, young man.
It was a great kick, but very well. Had to turn his back on the ball to run back into a little bit of space, but had the composure and the awareness where the ball was going to drop. Great mark.
14 marks inside 50 for Collingwood today, just 7 for Kangaroos. And Heath Shaw, who's had a lot quieter weekend this time than last. Looks to get on the board. No mistake. Might be just about out of reach for the Roos.
Peter de Graves opened the Cascade Brewery in 1824 and soon after invented the first beer can. Holding 30 gallons, the new beer can was an instant success. The invention was only marred by an increase in back problems caused by people trying to take home a six-pack. Much experimentation with packaging followed, resulting in the convenient size we know today. So thank you, Peter de Graves, for knowing how much of a good thing is a good thing. That's the Cascade way.
So the margin, now the biggest of the match in favour of the Magpies. It's out to 41 points. Richards. Shark by Harvey. Oh, great shepherd by Jones on getting Richards out of the way as Harvey kicks inside, attacking 50. Clement. To Lockyer. Shaw getting the kick at half back after he kicked the last goal of the game. They can raffle it here. Swan marks just backward of the wing. Lucuria moves for him. Perhaps a handball would have been the better option. Holland, well wrapped up by Wells. And we'll get a bounce. They had 3-on-2 there for a moment. Collingwood. couldn't quite make use. There's the captain, Nathan Buckley, with Shane O'Brien. Margin 41 points. Richards again. Loney, quick kick out of the pack. Fraser in front, couldn't take it. Didak front and centre. Brilliantly done, got it over towards Tarrant. Shrugs a couple of tackles. In the meantime, free kick coming back to Didak.
Oh, Rocker free.
He's in the goal square. Brown thought the kick, Hay thought the kick was going the other way, and the kick couldn't quite get there. Bouncing towards the goal square. The numbers with the Kangaroos, and Makepeace just triples it over. What happened? Jonathan Hay thought it was a Kangaroo free kick, and he charged from the goal square to get on the end of it, but it wasn't. So the Kangaroos now bring it out.
Through for Rito, who again kicks to a, well, it's a 2-on-2, but Collingwood players in best position. Heavy work off the ball against Hale, advantage paid. Wakeland goes for Lockyer. He's got Holland working for him at half forward, ignores that. Carosella, just 9 possessions. He had 30 last week. And that's a well-placed kick. Holland kept it going. Continuous footy from the Magpies. Archer and Fraser have been going hammer and tong in this quarter. Been a good battle. Archer's been there trying to help out his more inexperienced teammates. That's a poor bit of kicking out of defence. Straight to Lockyer, and they can go once more. Holland chipping it up for Fraser. Casey Green gets back. Collingwood have become a much better running team, Sauce, haven't they? Or they appear to be anyway on today's evidence of today.
Well, they've basically got their full list, and obviously there's a sprinkle of younger players in there with Shaw and also O'Brien. You've got Swan there as well. Helps when you've got some forwards to kick to as well.
Simpson at the base of the pack, shovels it out as far as Holland. Left foot snap from nowhere, kicks another one. Brady Holland is very excited about that, and it was a wonderful snap. And Collingwood extend their lead. It's now out to 48 points as you watch it again, Steve.
Yes, and really, their forward line pressure has been terrific, Collingwood. They've created some opportunities just from their forward line pressure. No different in this circumstance here. And Holland was on the end of it. A little kiss too to you, Chris. That defensive work.
Mick Malthouse becoming number 5 in terms of coaches of all time of matches coached. 519 today, takes over from David Parkin in that position. This will be win number 288 out of all that. Winning record of around about 56%.
Gee, Simpson was unlucky not to get a free kick there. Ridden into the ground.
Wells still having a crack at it, but the numbers of Collingwood have been overwhelming them since quarter time. Shaw. Oh, that's well played by Simpson, chopped it off. And he might still get it. But no, the Collingwood persistence. This is a good scrap through here.
Wells in trouble at the minute.
Good tackle from Jones on Rocker. Terrific tackle. Freed it up. Again, Loney, who is really in good form. Gives it to young Thomas. Look at him take it on. The confidence of youth onto the chest of Chris Tarrant. And the Magpie fans, the faithful, they've got a new young hero.
Well, they have. He did take him on. Great little block by Swan. We'll just see him come in the background. And this is what they're doing very well at the minute. The Pies working for each other.
And they just about can't miss. 5 for Tarrant, 5 of the best.
Harvey Norman's Price Blitz is now on. Check the sizzling price on Sunbeam's Ultra 5400 Steam and Spray Iron. Now just $39. Price Blitz on blenders. Breville's Optiva blender with powerful 700-watt motor and ice-crushing blades. Now only $59. And Price Smash on coffee makers. Sunbeam's Cafe Barista Automatic Espresso Machine. Hot price, $5.99. Harvey Norman's Price Blitz catalogue out now. And remember, we won't be beaten on price.
Go Harvey Norman, go!
Chris Tarrant has 5. And interesting that disposals inside attacking 50. This quarter, 15 to Collingwood, 1 to the Kangaroos. Both the Kangaroos' goals have come from outside 50. Richards again dominating in there. Swan, kick towards half forward. Hay reads it very, very well and takes a comfortable chest mark. Loose player across the ground. Perry. Gets around Fraser. He does pretty well. Handball inside the centre square for Rito. Kick towards half forward. Searching leaders. Grant pushed underneath it by Lockyer. No free kick. Again the numbers there with the Magpies. Maxwell. Thomas. Deft kick is okay. Died out. Fraser's going back to the goal square. Waits for it to bounce and launches in and kicks another one.
Too easy.
Bacon lovers won't be able to resist the double beef and bacon burger. For a limited time only.
I reckon we're going to get a fair bit of one-sided footy at the Telstra Dome this year. The way the footy's being played, when a team is broken, they can really be smashed. 60 points is the margin at the moment. It's all one-way traffic. We'll talk a bit about the Kangaroos in the last quarter, because they had an interesting approach in the off-season, going for experienced players to their club. And it was, I guess, a little bit of a gamble. They obviously have some confidence that they've got some good young players that'll shore up their future. Oh, look at those inside 50s for the quarter. 18-7. Thomas gets a nice little shove into the dirt for good measure. Rawlings over the top. Rocker can certainly hold his head up. Harvey takes the mark. 22 possessions, but not the sort of damaging Brent Harvey game that we've seen in the past. He's got a lot of it, but a lot of it's been in the back half. Oh, that's a beautiful kick. And Harris can have a shot. What will Laidley's approach be for the last quarter, do you think, Steve?
Well, I think that they've got to go out there, put their best players in the midfield at the minute. They're getting smashed around the clearances, and they've got a quarter to get themselves ready for next week. I can't see them winning it.
And Harris misses away to the left. Kangaroos have got Melbourne, Hawthorn and Adelaide in the next 3 weeks. But it's all good for your boys, Michael.
Lockyer kicks to Wakeland, short to O'Brien. And he kicks to O'Brien just beyond half-back now. Buckley's made position in behind Brown. Great kick from O'Brien. Buckley marks. Intent on playing on, drills it low and hard. Holland all by himself on attacking 50. Brings it Brown to the goal square. Thomas has got to beat a couple here, can't. And the ball trickles through for A behind. So margin an even 10 goals as we tick down to three-quarter time. Perry. Kick towards Makepeace, and he marks strongly in front of Shaw. And there was a little extra push there. Is that 50? No. Makepeace short. Thurley coming to meet it. Trying to get something going here, the Kangaroos. Rawlings running. Burrito. Back to Rawlings. Through the centre. Kick towards half forward. Grant. Lockyer. Well done. Clement, who peeled off his man. And he gives a nice little handball to Lockyer, who gives it short. And Fraser marks at half back for Collingwood.
Got Travis Cloak on. Oh. That is a booming kick to half forward. Hey, good aggressive play. But a free kick plucked out. And Ferrito, now Gibson. All backwards. Brown to Harvey. Got Hale working for him on the wing. Thompson inside the forward 50. Just bereft of options at the moment. Might have to go backwards. No, he's going to just bomb it as long as he can. There was some intention. Thompson was the target, but there's Seth just floating in from the side.
He's been their only forward, the only player really to have looked like taking a mark up there. Thompson, when he's been down there, hasn't had much of it, or Hale.
kicked a monster early in the quarter. The distance should be a dolly from here for him on that evidence. What a great effort. He's put on a display out forward for the Kangaroos this afternoon. 5 goals from Severio Rocker. 5 out of 8, though. That's the sad tale for the Kangaroos. The margin is 54 points, Sauce.
Well, 7 goals to 3 quarters in favour of the Magpies. That was super, particularly around the midfield. Their forwards have worked very hard. Sav Rocker playing the lone hand up there for the Kangaroos at full forward.
And so it's all Collingwood at the Dome on this Easter Monday. What will Dean Laidley conjure up for the last quarter? We'll be back to find out in a moment.
Seven o'clock tonight.
Harry's back in the game, and he's the only one happy about it.
Well, it's obvious Julian doesn't want to train me.
It doesn't even matter.
You're just spewing because I'm going to win this. Watch. Just watch.
The biggest loser.
7 o'clock tonight.
Bacon lovers won't be able to resist the double beef and bacon burger. For a limited time only.
Hey boys, wish shaving could be a more stimulating experience? Your wish is granted. New Chic Quattro Energy.
Right, Money, we're off. We'll see you at the party.
Yeah, no worries, fellas.
Bye.
I'll see you there. Clever, fellas. Very clever.
I like a bloke who's man enough to wear pink. Come meet my friends.
Sure. Cheers for the fashion tip, fellas.
Classic.
I get no kick from champagne. So tell me why should it be true that I get a kick out of you?
A powerful 172 kilowatt V6, constant all-wheel drive, and available with 7 seats. The Toyota Kluger. All the power to all the wheels, all the time.
What's the difference between National Builders and the rest?
I get my own room.
Think you can't afford that extra bedroom? Think again. National Builders have homes from just $4,600 a square.
National Builders looked after me.
You'd have to go a long way to find anything more delicious than a Red Rooster strip sub. So we went all the way to Thailand. Sweet chili and lime combos, just $6.95. Taste the world at Red Rooster.
On a jam-packed road, exclusive Big Brother goss with Gretel. 2 massive bands. You could win the live concert at Prince's LA home, plus a whole lot more.
Let me know when this starts to get awkward.
Don't go anywhere. Rove's on Tuesday. The 2006 Toyota AFL Premiership season. Proudly brought to you by our broadcast partners. Toyota. Footy. Oh, what a feeling. Harvey Norman. There's a store near you. Carlton Draft. The beer behind footy. Pedigree. We're for dogs. And Red Rooster. The home of the real roast taste.
Loads up, kicks it very high towards the goal square. Going back with great courage was Archer. Ball free. Chance for Thomas. Again, Archer desperate. Rocker, one way, then the other. Thomas, Loney on his left side. Pulls it. Bar, give it a don't mind. He's kicked a beauty.
And I don't think you minded, Chriso. Just quietly, 16-12, 108 Collingwood. The Kangaroos, 8-6, 54. Tarrant with 5, Holland and Didak a couple each. And if it wasn't for Sav Rocker, the Kangaroos could be in an even bigger mess than they are. And as you would imagine, Dean Laidley not too impressed at three-quarter time. You just wonder what sort of things he'd be saying and what he can expect for this last quarter. Obviously, he'd be looking for a much better performance than he got in that quarter. Let's go down to Andy Marr, because that's another thing that doesn't look too good for a Kangaroos fan, Andy.
No, that's making the story a whole lot worse. Hutto, Glenn Archer came off late in that third quarter. Didn't go out to the huddle at three-quarter time. As you can see, he has not moved. He's got the right hamstring heavily iced, has done the hamstring. So he's going to be out for 3 to 4, the veteran. Daniel Wells hurt his right foot in that third quarter. He came off, took the boot and sock off, revealed that his right ankle was heavily strapped. They worked on the big toe for a while. He went back out at three-quarter time. He appears to be okay. But the big news down here now, not only the scoreboard, but the right hamstring injury to Glenn Archer.
Well, who's coaching there, boys? Look, Nathan Buckley working the board.
I'm just clarifying his positioning, I'm sure, Anthony.
Can I be on the ground? Yes, he is. One of the highlights, the main highlight for the Kangaroos, of course, has been Sav Rocker. What about this goal in the third quarter?
This is a massive goal, isn't it? He's at least 60 metres from goal, and he clears the goal line by 5 metres.
That's going to come close to being the Toyota goal of the week, doesn't it? Maybe not quite the goal of the year, but got to be up there with all the other ones.
We don't often see the set shots put in for goal of the year, but that one will certainly be in there.
Thank you.
And there's his brother Anthony, who, he kicked 8 last week in a wonderful display, just the one this afternoon.
But played his role, though, hasn't he?
Absolutely.
I mean, helped to stretch the Kangaroos.
And that's the beauty, I think, of this Collingwood forward line. Tarrant kicked 1-3 last week, has kicked 5. So they've been able to share it around.
How much has it been good Collingwood, and how much has been Kangaroos off the boil today?
Well, no doubt the Kangaroos have been off the boil, but just getting into the Collingwood forward line, you're spot on there. Like, there were times it looked like they were going to Rocker early, and they were too Rocker focused. But then Tarrant came into it, and they've been rotating. We've seen Cloak come off the bench and Fraser push forward. So they've all had their bit. Didak's been hot and cold at times, but they're sacrificing their game so they get that forward line working.
Gibson having a crack on Tarrant for this last quarter. It's Collingwood 16-12, the Kangaroos 8-6 last quarter, Easter Monday from a packed Telstra Dome.
Richards gets it down, Holland high towards half forward, Travis Cloak in front, can't take the mark, he dives back in looking for the football, but we'll get a bounce at centre half forward for Collingwood.
Some great tap work by Richards out of the middle.
Played very, very well, Guy Richards. Hale, Simpson third man up, out wide. Loney with the opportunity, concedes ground back to Davis. Leon Davis, little left foot kick around the quarter, not effective. Numbers with the Kangaroos. Grant out wide. Harris from half back delivers towards the wing. Well done, Maxwell. Fist in on Lee Brown, and we'll get a boundary throw in on the wing.
(16-12) plays 8-6. Guy Richards, and after an interrupted season by injury last year, sure Mick Malthouse would be happy to be just getting the yards into him and the matches. Brodie Holland, one of the smallest ruckmen in Australia, getting the tap work. Simpson, well, Kangaroos handballing very close quarters there. Made a real mess of it again, and Leon Davis was just going to mean business. Gets it quickly to Loney. It's all Kangaroos across half back though. Hay quickly springs it out to Trotter. And this is the next generation that Dean Laidley will be hoping will come on. Thompson has had a very dirty day. Takes the mark. Sav, he's got away. Well done.
Well, he got away because he got a terrific block by Corey Jones. Just stood in front of Clement, and he was able to find 3 or 4 metres.
Good kick too from Thompson. And he's been a marvel, Sav Rocker. Over 730 goals in his career. Kicked 40 goals or more 10 times out of 14 seasons. 43 last year. This is his first game for this year. And he's missed.
Into the back pocket. Maxwell short now to Shaw. With the loose player ahead of the play, Ben Johnson. Thought about giving to Davis initially, and then in the end did. Leon Davis from just backward of the wing kicks it very short to Buckley, just the 15.
This is where they've been squaring it up into the midfield.
Well, they do it again. Shaw kicks towards centre half forward. Travis Cloak, look out. Well done, Brown. Just applied some pressure. Perry, Brown, now Harris via hand. Tries to get around O'Brien and does just. Kicks it out wide. Intended for Harding. Lockyer did brilliantly. O'Brien gave it to him. He was standing still, but they've got 3-on-2 Collingwood here. If they can work it out, they do. Lockyer now decides to kick it back 20 metres, and the mark's taken by Shaw. Back towards Richards. Just inside the centre square. Overlap provided by Ben Johnson. Johnson now kicks it on the lead. Rocker. They worked it out very well, Steve. They were patient, and they worked away through the midfield and the Kangaroo defence, and a chance here for Anthony Rocker.
And you're spot on, they did work it out. Both Tarrant and Rocker then basically worked from the goal squares, so they left that space out in front of them, so they were able to lead into it and had plenty of room.
So Anthony Rocker kicked 1-goal-1 from 45 metres off a couple of steps, kicks it straight as you like. It's his second.
A hard-earned thirst needs a big cold beer, especially when you're outside cooking animals on a flaming grill. Yep, if it's meat, we'll eat it. Beef, chicken, prawns, kangaroo. That's right, we'll even throw our official coat of arms on the barbie if we feel like it. The world's only legally edible national emblem. What's that, Skip? It's time for another big cold beer. And the best cold beer is Vic. Victoria Bitter.
59 points now. Richards straight to Simpson. Corey Jones. Carousel and O'Brien. Eyes in the back of his head. Casey Green was poised. Tough one for Rocker from behind. Clement. What a great recruit he's been since coming from Fremantle.
What was wrong there?
I thought he miskicked it.
Fullback's nightmare for a moment. Sauce just reliving a couple of old chapters, perhaps. Down towards the wing. Lockyer. Belying his height there. Johnson a ball carrier. Gibson backing back because Tarrant was coming. Tarrant doing his own work at ground level. And finding Lacuria. And there's holes everywhere in the Kangaroos' defence. And they're really rubbing it in now. Leon Davis slots another one. Winners are grinners.
Well, they are, and we just see the contest here by Chris Tarrant, who was able to follow up, stay alive, and was able to get that short pass to Lacuria. Bit cheeky with the handball, I thought, but Davis doesn't miss.
So Leon Davis has some concerns for the Kangaroo coaching box. 65 points now. The margin in favour of Collingwood. Hale up early. Buckley at the base of the pack. And we'll get a bounce. Brown doesn't want to let go of the footy. Neither does Buckley. Bit of byplay there. So Richards and Hale will do battle again. Third man up, Wells knocks it out towards Simpson, and we got boot the ball somehow. Lacuria in the way. No pressure from the Kangaroos there as Lacuria kicks towards Rocker, pushes back hard on Hay at the back. Didak, can he get a favourable bounce? He can, right foot, another one. Didak kicks goal number 3. And Collingwood have kicked 3 for the quarter. And that, Steve, was just far, far too easy.
Oh, well, it was. Once again, they've got it out of the middle of the ground. But more importantly, just at the minute, Collingwood's forwards are just in super form. And they've got their targets to go to. And really, if these forwards stand up for the Pies, I don't think there's a forward line as potent in the competition.
.71 points. It's a mauling, a magpie mauling.
Richards again.
Of the Kangaroos. Shaw. Well done from Perry to Harris. And now to Shannon Grant. And Rocker. Almost with the one hand. Clement. Rocker fights on. He might just bounce his sixth goal here through. No. And Lockyer quick to bring it back into play. And here's why. Dane Swan with Carosella clapping his hands, wanting it going past. Instead, he waits for Johnson, who's got Lucuria through the middle. Wasn't well placed. Perry, Rawlings. Harvey's got away to his left. Where to next? Thompson and Rocker covered.
Well, their two tall forwards are up the ground.
So he goes for a ruckman instead. Big David Hale.
Good intelligent play there from Hale, sensing that there wasn't too much on inside the forward line, came from outside 50 just to run into the hole, and gives himself a goal-scoring opportunity.
Big David Hale. Kicked 14 goals last year, including a bag of 3, so he does know how to find the middle. From 50, this will test him. No worries about distance, but accuracy. And the Kangaroos on 8-9. Collingwood 19-12. And when they get to 100, the Magpies, they usually win. They won 7 out of 9 last year when they got to 100. The 16 times they didn't get there. That includes the start of this year. They lost.
Well, they've got it to half court already. Didak swings onto the left boot. Wants to take Ferrito on. Kicks goalward. Rocker in the goal square. Well, you won't see a better passage of play than that after they're behind from Hale.
Oh, what quick movement, wasn't it? They brought it in and they just got back off the mark nice and quickly. Didak just knew that Rocker was going to be there at some stage. Played on straight away, and he was able to find the space.
So Anthony Rocker here kicks it across the face and out on the full. No, he scraped it in for a behind. He was a bit unlucky there because it was right on the edge of the goal square, and it could have lined up from dead in front, but in the end was pulled round on the angle, so margin back to 70 points.
Clement off the ground at the moment. Collingwood have moved Travis Cloak to centre-half back.
Shannon Grant goes as long as he can, hoping for Brown or Simpson. And they might both get a touch here. Some help from Ferrito. Simpson now 25 touches to the wing. Harding for Harris. Hale's inside 50 again. Got away from Richards. And he can line up from just a fraction closer than where the last one missed. One jumper.
It's an interesting banner, isn't it?
Yeah, our club. Obviously, Joffa prefers gold, though, to black and white. That could be the alternate strip.
Might be a clash there, what?
No. Let's see if he can go to score on his last kick. No, same result. And there's a fair bit of anguish about everything for the Kangaroos at the moment.
Lockyer kicks into Cloak. Now, a dangerous kick towards Thomas. Had to really go there, but the numbers with the Kangaroos. Rawlings cleverly got it in the end to Wells, who kicks a helicopter onto the chest. Well, in the end, he took it out in front. And Sav Rocker has marked 35 metres from goal directly in front. He's hauled today 5 goals, 1. He's been outstanding as Nathan Buckley comes from the ground. Shane O'Brien. But he's played a lone hand up forward. Sab Rocker has kicked 5 of the Kangaroos' 8 goals. Chance to add to his tally here. Drop punt, swings back and he puts it through. 6 to Sab Rocker.
At the new time. At the new time. At the new time, 8:30 tonight. Join these brothers on a highway to hell. They've been in hot water before, but never as hot as this.
Is he sleeping with the enemy? New time.
Brand new episode.
Get on board for the thrill ride. Supernatural, 8:30 tonight on 10.
And Shane Wakeland back on Sab Rocker. First time he's kicked since round 15, 2004. So Sab's had a day out, even if the rest of his teammates haven't. Wells trying to get busy. In for Corey Jones. Cloak, Harding. Again, Corey Jones using his right foot, and just to prove that he is a true left footer, his right foot goes straight over the boundary line on the full. Nathan Thompson, a very disappointing day. There, his stats against his key opponents. We'll run through a few of the Kangaroos that have really battled this afternoon during the rest of this last quarter. 19-13 Collingwood to 9-10 the Kangaroos.
O'Brien now. Got it from Johnson. Tarrant one out with Gibson. Well done, Gibson. Put enough pressure on. Free kick, in fact, to Gibson. So he's got it 40 metres from his own defensive goal. Chips it out wide. Brown thought about going as he played on. No. He's able to go back and take his kick. Didek stands the mark and he chips it across to Hay. Gibson's on if he wants to use him, Jonathan Hay, which would complete the switch. That's what's ahead of him. In the end, he chips to Rawlings.
Has Jonathan Hay's day. 10 possessions. He's been on Rocker all day.
Harvey. Harvey chips it short. Frito comes to meet it and marks between halfback and wing. Now lead from Thompson. Travis Cloak with the pressure. Ball to the back. Holland's first back. Ball close to the line. He decides just to let it trickle over. So a boundary thrown between wing and half forward for the Roos.
Sorry, what about the Kangaroos as we look at Shannon Grant, who was brilliant last week with the 35 touches, but quiet today. Some of they've gone for experienced players topping up over the summer.
Well, it's a big year for them, isn't it? Obviously, they felt that at the end of last year that they needed some senior experience to have another crack at playing in a final series. So
I guess while they've got the likes of Grant and Simpson and those and Harvey, they felt that they needed to have a crack. But you know, if they don't succeed, it can go pretty horribly wrong.
Well, it can, but it's a gamble they've taken, and we shouldn't forget it. We're only in the round 3, but they'd be very disappointed with their past 2 weeks.
So it spills now to Rawlings. They're able to turn it over. The kick is good. Mark taken by Wells. Now loose player inside. Shannon Grant. Well done, Lockyer. Was able to affect the spoil, but spills to Simpson. Out wide. Rocker again. Wakeland this time the best. And Didek getting across to help, but Rocker gathers. Has he got time to handball? He does. He did it very well, the big boy. Now Harvey chips it inside. Makepeace drives it low and hard. Slipping over as well as allows Shaw in.
They've had great support all day, the Pies.
O'Brien, Swan, kicks it wide. Didek kept going. Gathers it on the half volley. Chips it short. Anthony Rocker has marked 48 from goal. He can kick this well within his range. He's kicked 2 goals too. And of course it was in this corresponding game last year that he did his Achilles. From 55 off a couple of steps. It's a thumping kick, but just offline. So 2 goals, 3. His tally this afternoon. The margin 64 points.
They've doubled their score exactly. Davis trying to rub it in further. Still they might. Tarrant the Swan. He joins the party.
Right, Bundy, we're off. We'll see you at the party.
Yeah, no worries, fellas.
Bye.
I'll see you there. Clever, fellas. Very clever.
I like a bloke who's man enough to wear pink. Come meet my friends.
Sure. Cheers for the fashion tip, fellas.
Classic.
Chriso, what do you think about how the Kangaroos are travelling? 70 points, obviously not so well today.
No, it's been a struggle. They're a lot better than this. O'Brien from the centre, long towards full forward. Richards is down there, going back with courage. Good mark taken by Makepeace. Rawlings. And Simpson getting loose on centre wing. This is where they need to use it effectively. Kick towards half forward. Hale, who's been a real target, drifting down, is marked on attacking 50. No one really stands the mark. He chips it short, and it's okay. Mark taken by Harvey. Well, there's no doubt they're a better side than what they've showed today, but they were disappointing last week against the Cats, and I think the real disappointing part for Dean Lathey is the fact that they haven't fought back today as they have done over the last couple of years. When they've been beaten, they've been able to rebound and play some really good football and at least be very, very competitive. That hasn't happened today, and that would be the concerning thing. Brent Harvey now an opportunity. 40 metres from goal. Drop punt is pretty good. He kicks one for the Kangaroos.
Get up, move, 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 get up, move. Get up, move, 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 get up.
Toyota Hilux 4x2 action utility vehicle with a powerful 175 kilowatt 4-litre VVTi V6. You'll be counting down every second till the weekend.
Get up.
Looking for some answers, Dean Laidley. Brent Harvey, the last goal kicker, 27 possessions. But the margin is 64. Hale has he's been lively in this last 15 or 20 minutes, been pushing forward and causing some trouble. Thomas, Lockyer, Lucuria, Cloak. Tarrant has got Gibson as his opponent now. He lets it go over his head. Oh, the Kangaroos fighting with each other. Tarrant the Swan, who strolls in for another one and really rubs it in by kicking it into the third tier.
And the runner off half-back, Travis Cloak, playing at centre-half-back, which I think is a good move for the Magpies. He's learning to play down back as well in this last quarter. The long kick obviously put the Kangaroo defenders under pressure. They've been under pressure all day. The spoil comes. Tarrant roves the pack and Swan does the rest.
Interesting what you say about Travis Cloak, because there are some people who believe that will be his position, centre-half back.
Well, I think there's times where he's going to have to play back there. They'd love him up forward, but at times things mightn't go right for him, and that switch up down back will only help his development.
Davis got it to Tarrant after Fraser was able to feed the handball back.
He's been a star today, hasn't he, Tarrant?
Yeah, it's outstanding. 7 marks. 8 marks now coming in for his 18th disposal. He's kicked 5 goals straight, kicked 1 out on the full. But this for goal number 6 from just outside 50. Gives it plenty, and kicks it straight. He's kicked 6, Chris Tarrant. Wonderful performance. And great that he could fight back, because he did cop some criticism during the week about his kicking last week. But 6 goals straight this afternoon, and that as good as you'll see from outside 50.
Oh, he's been super. And the one thing he's been very good at today, Michael, has been his work rate. He's been brave over the ball. He's copped some hits over the head, but he's continued to work. And he's been his work off the ball that has been most impressive. And he's got the rewards by kicking a number of goals today.
Biggest score for the Magpies since round 9, 2003, when they kicked 149 in total against the Saints. You get the feeling they might go past that. Buckley making sure he didn't clean Gibson up, I think. There was no use doing anything silly. Green, good probing kick, and Shannon Grant goes to work, puts it through for the 11th for the Kangaroos. He's had a quiet afternoon. Just a couple of goals on the board.
Classical roving there from Shannon Grant, with the big pack assembled. But just the 13 disposals, 4 marks, 2 goals. And Tarkin Lockyer, who has had the job all day on Shannon Grant's done a wonderful job. So back in the centre, Hale to do battle with Richards. Margin, 70 points. Favours Hale, gets it down. Taken by Swan. Swan from outside 50. It's long. Has it got the carry? It has, but it's just offline.
Richard again out of the middle. He's dominated the hit-outs since quarter time.
Corey Jones gets away this time. Well, he almost got into real trouble, but just gets it through to Gibson. Brown. And they eventually sort it out. Perry's kick. Aimed for Grant. Somehow up to Trotter. And you can see his pace as he puts his head down and goes for Thompson. Well done by Cloak. Maxwell balanced. Caracella.
He's been fantastic, Nick Maxwell.
That wasn't his best effort kicking-wise. Perry. Simpson. O'Brien right in the middle of his back.
He knew he was under pressure too, Simpson. The legs just allowed his legs to buckle.
Harvey and Thompson now will get a shot for goal. No score on the board at all for Nathan Thompson. Mentioned earlier, kicked 52 goals last year, which was a career best. They're just battling for a big haul so far this season. Only the 1 goal up until today. And that remains the case. O'Brien and Lockyer on relay out of defence. Hunted down that time. Wells. Made it awfully tough for Rocker. Wakeland. Maxwell again. I think the play's pretty much spent right now. O'Brien up to the wing. And Lee Brown makes sure it goes over. Matches to come for these clubs. Let's start with the Magpies, Chris.
Yes, the big Anzac Day clash, of course, tomorrow week at the MCG. What a game that'll be. The Power, Carlton, and then West Coast over at Subiaco Oval. Richards. High towards half forward. Buckley and Brown. Brown did pretty well. Worked Buckley underneath it, but then couldn't take the mark. But they've got the numbers here, the Kangaroos. Perry to Gibson. Forced it. Handball at 30 metres towards Simpson. His handball intended for Trotter. He just slipped over. So here's the chance for the Magpies. Buckley, Lucuria sweeps it wide. Well, Anthony Rocker running past for a handball received from 60 metres. Well. You don't often see him cast in that role. Sprinting past for a handball, then just popped it through from 60.
It was a sprint too, Chris. He's a super kick, though.
Look at this again. There he is, sprinting past, full tilt.
It's a pure kick. Fantastic.
Was that longer than Savs?
Not quite.
He had the momentum.
He's kicked 3 now, and he loves it. Look at that. So this Collingwood lead is extended 77 points.
When will the agony end? The Kangaroos fans and players, no doubt, wondering. Not long to go now. Collingwood have just got 7 players with 20 possessions or more. They've all enjoyed themselves. As Simpson gets it out. But gee, they've worked hard in the middle. Collingwood on ballers. Carousella out to Buckley. Still going. Well done from Brown. No, not well done. Buckley's 24th possession is for Leon Davis, who wants to go to Tarrant. He's kicked 6. He won't get a chance to add to it there. Let's have a look at who the Kangaroos have got in shape. A very big game against the West Coast Eagles at Manuka Oval next week.
Well, they've got a big a big month ahead, really. No easy matches.
Simpson to Buckley. Centering kick. Injury there for the Magpies. Swan takes it. It's O'Brien in a bit of pain.
It's like he's just winded.
Cloak goes looking for Rocker. Hay backed his judgment. Now he's got a problem. Leon Davis, and the ball is over.
O'Brien's up. Looks like he just is winded.
Left elbow, just in the stomach.
Very handy left elbow. Hay. Oh, Rocker wanted it more. From the spillage, where will it go? Hay boxed on pretty well. And well done, Troy Makepeace there on the bottom of all that. Gets the plaudits from his teammates. 153 Collingwood, 76 the Kangaroos. Can they rub some more salt in? They'd love O'Brien to have a go, or Maxwell, or Shaw.
They're queuing up, aren't they,
Yeah.
the Pies?
Quite literally.
Can't believe a man who played 2 games last weekend is cramping up.
Weak.
Richards to the back, taken by Harding, and the Kangaroos can run it out here quite easily. Perry combines with Harvey and Hay. Now Wells at half-back. Grant in good position. Lockyer again with the pressure. Mercury gets back to assist. But Grant does very, very well, Shannon Grant. Now Thompson. Thought about kicking long and didn't. But that's it. An emphatic victory here to the Magpies. They have defeated the Kangaroos by 77 points.
Some heroes this afternoon. Chris Tarrant was one of the best. We'll get down to Andy Maher in a moment. And we're looking at the Kangaroos, a pretty despondent lot. Let's go down now to Andy Maher with a special presentation.
Yeah, thanks very much, Hutto. Well, it's a pretty special day, obviously, with the Jason McCartney medal up for grabs for the most courageous player of the day. And you 3 very wise men up there have chosen Chris Tarrant. Not only an outstanding game kicking goals, but takes a bit of courage to keep presenting. And you've won the Jason McCartney medal. Well done.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's just a game where I come in this morning. I wanted to have a pretty good one. I'm just starting to get a roll on now, so are the boys. So looking forward to Anzac Day next week. It's an honour for this medal, for all the tragedy that was sort of associated with that. So it's a big honour. So thank you.
I'll ask you another couple of questions. Why don't you whack the medal on him, Narissa? It takes a bit of courage to play hurt as well, and you hurt the hip early, and I reckon you might have hurt your wrist last week. You've obviously carried a few things through the game today.
Yeah, I've had a couple of little niggles, but today's one of those days where it's pretty hard to sit on the sidelines when the ball's come down so well from the guy. So I really wanted to put in a good effort, and I think most of the guys, were on top today, so it's fantastic.
First time you've kicked 6 goals in 3 years. There was one that bumbled through off the boot, but the rest of them seem to be coming off pretty well.
Yeah, it was a little bit different to last week anyway. I wasn't too good last week, so yeah, it was good to, obviously kick the goals, and for the team morale as well. Boys down back don't like me missing, and neither do I, so yeah.
And some real confidence about the group off the back of the last 2 victories.
Yeah, there is. I think with the different structure we've got in place this year, I think definitely that I think we're a lot different team than last year, and I'm sure we'll give a few sides a shake this year.
Mate, well done. Thank you. Thank you, Narissa. Thanks very much. Congratulations on winning the award. Back to you, boys.
Thank you, Andrew. And Chris Tarrant spoke very, very well there, boys, and should do it more, I reckon. Terrific.
Yeah,
fantastic. Very good, and a well-deserved win this afternoon. 6 goals for Chris Tarrant. What a victory by the Magpies. 23-15 to 11-10.
This year on Big Brother, there will be a world first. Truth or lie?
You'd have to go a long way to find anything more delicious than a Red Rooster strip sub. So we went all the way to Thailand. Sweet chili and lime combos, just $6.95. Taste the world at Red Rooster.
Your eyes don't have to shut for your mind to be asleep. Zoning out is a common symptom of fatigue. Lose a few seconds on the road and the consequences could be deadly.
Are you ready? Here now at Harvey Norman. Gaming, photos, music, movies. The complete experience with the new Vive technology PC. Transforming your digital lifestyle. Movies. Millions of songs at your fingertips. All your photos a click away. All controlled by one simple remote. Keep up to date with the latest news, weather and sport from your sofa. All at broadband speeds. And Harvey Norman can show you how. Be first with the latest home entertainment revolution. And remember, we won't be beaten on price.
A hard-earned thirst needs a big cold beer, especially when you're outside cooking animals on a flaming grill. Yep, if it's meat, we'll eat it. Beef, chicken, prawns, kangaroo. That's right, we'll even throw our official coat of arms on the barbie if we feel like it. The world's only legally edible national emblem. What's that, Skip? It's time for another big cold beer. And the best cold beer is Vic. Victoria Bitter.
I get no kick from champagne. So tell me why should it be true that I get a kick out of you?
Beat the price rise. See Australia's biggest range of wood heaters and gas log fires all under one roof at the ultimate Beat the Price Rise sale. Buy direct from the factory and save this weekend with no deposit, 2 years interest free. Ultimate, leading the world in heating technology.
Looks like this is the place.
Hi, everyone's here, so come through. Didn't we order a diamond?
Am I at the right party?
Let's get started. Woo!
What's happened to Bundy?
Take your top off!
Sure.
Classic. You'd have to go a long way to find anything more delicious than a Red Rooster strip sub. So we went all the way to Thailand. Sweet chili and lime combos, just $6.95. Taste the world at Red Rooster.
Wednesday, anything can happen on TV's funniest new show.
It's seriously unpredictable.
What will happen when Glenn Robbins steps through the door?
Thank God you're here.
Thank God you're here. 7:30 Wednesday.
Big rocker goals from both ends, Sav and then Anthony. And weren't they a big highlight this afternoon? And there was plenty of highlights for the Magpies. Look at that win in the end. Comprehensive 23 goals 15 to 11 goals 10. They won every single quarter and thoroughly deserved their victory this afternoon. Let's have a look at the goal kickers. Rocker kicks 6. Thank goodness for him for the Kangaroos, 2 to Grant. But on the Collingwood side, they were literally lining up. Tarrant with 6, Rocker 3, Didak 3, Davis, Holland and Swan 2 each. So 2 wins out of 3 for the Magpies and plenty of positive signs. Let's have a look at some of the highlights from the second half, Steve. And, well, most of them, highlights-wise, other than that Sav goal, were Magpies, weren't they?
Well, they were. They basically had first usage all day. So I thought Richards was fantastic in the ruck, but it was the way their forward line functioned. At times, Tarrant was on fire, Didak was on fire. We had Anthony Rocker kicking big goals as well, and certainly that forward line is so potent, and there are going to be a lot of opposition teams whose defenders are going to have headaches coming to the game.
Daniel Wells flashed in for 4 or 5 minutes of great footy, but he was quiet for much of the rest. Here's some of the forward lines you're talking about. Didak coming through, some classic forward roving. They put some great pressure on as well, didn't they? And you saw the rewards of that.
What was a highlight of their game was their pressure. Their tackling was spot on, and really from the first bounce. And their forward line actually worked very hard without the ball, and opportunities opened up.
And Dave is certainly getting the end of it to enjoy it. The star of the day, the Jason McCartney medalist, Chris Tarrant. There was an amazing amount of space given to him by Ferrito. You're a defender. Tell us what was going on there.
Well, there was no doubt that Ferrito was trying to run off and become a creative player. But at some stage through the game, you've got to make a decision that you're not winning the football up the field, and you've got to go to your opponent and stand next to him and at least have some body pressure. But we just see here the amount of times Tarrant got away where Ferrito wasn't even in the picture. So look, he played very, very smart today, Chris Tarrant. Did a lot of work without the ball to get himself or keep himself in the game, and I'm sure the Collingwood match committee would be delighted with the way he went.
Yeah, and we heard him talk after the game too, and that was great to hear him. Taylor mentioned he talks really well, and good to hear his point of view on his game. And here's Nathan Buckley. Well, Buckley as ever, he's all over the ground. There's a lot of conjecture about where he will play on the ground, but he was pretty much an on-ball playmaker today. I know coming off half-back a bit as well.
Well, he was. He spent quite a bit of time on the bench as well, and I think he understands the role he needs to play. Obviously, he would like to spend most of the time out on the ground, but he spent quite a bit of time on the bench. He played off half-back. He spent a little bit of time in the midfield at times, but he just played a really solid game for the Magpies, and just love watching him play. His foot skills are fantastic. Every time he gets the ball, as we know, he uses it, and he's just a star.
He certainly is, and one of the other highlights today was the way the lesser lights of the Collingwood midfield also performed really well. But Nathan Buckley, I'm sure, enjoying that fact, and he is down there with Andrew Marr.
Thanks very much, Hutto. A super win, mate. Thanks for the prompt.
Yeah, no, it was pretty close to a four-quarter performance, and we probably played sort of a half year and a half there in the first couple of rounds, so that was the most encouraging thing.
They always make you beat them, but you seem to have their number, not wanting to criticise them, but just to underline the quality of your own performance, you seem to have them a long way out.
Yeah, well, in the first half, probably that 3-goal burst from Sav was probably the only time where they dominated sort of the play out of their 5 goals in the first half. So, I mean, we probably had control early, but I mean, you never know with North. You've got to make sure that you play the game out, and we're able to do that.
Running through the midfield, sweeping off half-back, tell us about the difference it makes to have all the big blokes up and firing in the front half.
Yeah, there's no doubt that it straightens us up. Look, the game, for all the talk that's been around, the game is pretty different. I mean, you need to know when you need to move the ball in quickly to your forward line and when you need to hold it up and sort of chip it around a little bit. And the sides that get the mix of that right are going to be the better sides this year. And I think at this stage we've sort of got a good mix.
And do you feel like through the injection of several players, you've created a bit more run through the sort of half-back and mid lines at the moment?
Yeah, I suppose the sides that tend to win a lot of games are the sides that, even when you tag, they're sort of ball winners that have players squeezing out. So we've probably got players squeezing out at the moment that know how to find the ball, know how to get to dangerous spots, and are using the ball pretty well. And the Bulldogs show that, and Geelong show that. They're pretty even side, so that's what we're endeavouring to do, and I think we're getting young blokes that are stepping up and doing that.
The big one next week?
Yeah, it's a massive game. I mean, for us, we need to continue our momentum, I suppose. We've won the last couple, so we've still got a lot to prove to ourselves and everyone else as a side, and Anzac Day will be the next challenge for us.
Thanks for your time. Well done. Back to you, Hutto.
Thanks, Andy. Interesting chat from Nathan Buckley about the way the game's being played. He's on the rules committee. He made a few changes. He started well today, didn't he?
Oh, set him up early, 10 positions in that first quarter.
All right, well, we'll take a very, very short break from the Telstra Dome. Be back to wrap up. Could be Strawny Jr. there, but the Kangaroos going down to the Magpies. More in a moment.
And that's the beauty of Bunnings. It doesn't matter what project you want to do. We have everything here, so we can, we can offer everything. We have everything except milk.
Running 65-litre feed and mulch block, just $8.98. Zito electric chainsaw, $79. Bosch cordless drill, $147. 4-litre fence finish, $20.60. Paint roller kit, just $4.48.
So everyone's happy.
Bunnings Warehouse. Most prices are just the beginning.
Get up, move, 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 get up, move. Get up, move, 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 get up.
Toyota Hilux 4x2 action utility vehicle with a powerful 175 kilowatt 4-litre VVTi V6. You'll be counting down every second till the weekend.
Get up.
Told you it'd be a short break. Just repeating the scores here from the Telstra Dome. Collingwood 23-15, 153. Chris Tarrant, the star, and the McCartney medal winner. The Kangaroos are very disappointing, 11-10, 76. And they were disappointing, the Kangaroos, Sos, weren't they?
We expected more, particularly coming off that thumping last week, so obviously most disappointing for the Kangaroos fans.
All right, well, let's have a look at where things sit after round 3 is finally over, and the ladder. And we've got a bit of time to have a look at it. The Bulldogs and the Eagles, the only unbeaten teams on top. And then, of course, a whole host of teams that have won the two there. Sos, Geelong, Collingwood, Hawthorn, Adelaide, St Kilda. Who's the most likely out of that group to be still... move the ladder on. Sorry about that. What about at the bottom end?
Well, look, it's only early days. When you think about it, there are a number of teams just one win away from being in the top 8. So 3 rounds in, it's hard to really say. But obviously, the top teams there in West Coast and the Bulldogs getting off to a flyer.
How disappointing was today for the Kangaroos?
I believe they'd be very disappointed. Just the fact they got beaten so badly and really for 3 quarters.
Do you think? I reckon we'll see a few one-sided matches here that just go so fast. If you can get on top, get on a roll.
Yeah, there's probably some merit in that, but today we just saw an absolute thrashing.
We certainly did, and it was all the way of the Magpies in the end. Thanks for your time, and thanks for your time. Good afternoon from the Telstra Dome.